What's up, Internet? My name's Nerdy.
And I'm Clarus.
And this is the Nerdy.
The Wordy.
The Book Club. The Book Club.
Great.
The Book Club. All right, welcome back to the attempt number 2.
Shh, don't scare it away.
Of the third week of Oathbringer, which is the week in which we cover chapters 38 to 57.
Hell yeah. Oh, I think I just got the live notification on my phone.
Put that over there? I don't need that right now. Yeah, what's up, everybody? Welcome in. Internet, we've been having some problems, but it's fine. New house, new problems. You know what I mean?
New mo house, mo problem.
That's what P. Diddy always said.
Oh, God.
When the government came in and found 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
Just casually, you know? Oh, I didn't get the notification.
Yeah, nobody touched the internet. Nobody touched the modem for the next 3 hours.
Nobody look at it.
The camera was definitely shifted.
Well.
Thanks, babe.
You just wanted it more on you.
I just want it centered.
Well, that's as centered as it can be without showing the wall.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Are you happy with the book right now?
Am I happy with the book?
Yeah.
No.
That's fair.
No, because
I'm
not
jumped
at
the
the
shark.
end yet. You know, I'm in the middle of it, and I have ways to go, which means good because more book club. But I don't. I don't know. You know what? I was trying to figure it out somewhere on the way, and it's fine. It's fine. Book club is at dinner time today, guys. It's weird, okay? It's weird. Things are weird.
Concise thoughts, like whatever Clarus just said, are brought to you by MistyMountainGaming.com. MistyMountainGaming.com is a place on the internet where you can buy the accoutrement necessary to bring your stories to life. Many of us are incapable of writing as fast as Brandon Sanderson. And by many of us, I mean the 8 billion other people on the planet who do not produce epic volumes of 1,000+ pages.
Honestly,
every other week.
What you doing? Get good.
For the rest of us, we need our friends to sit around a table to tell epic stories of life, adventure, battle, love, fade to black, sex, and more. And with that, we need dice. We need dice trays. We need ways to get those dice to our friend's house in the way of modern rugged bags. You can go to MissyMountainGaming.com and get all of those things to tell stories half as quickly as Brandon Sanderson by using the coupon code nerdynightly15. That's right. nerdynightly15 gets you 15% off your order and also helps the show continue on by keeping me from being, totally broke.
You get dice, we get money. It's
Let's go.
It's the circle of life, as they say.
Everwritten says, Clarus's hair is clean now. It's straight.
Yes.
Hey.
That is how that works.
You guys have learned the system.
I am glad that you pay attention.
Yes.
I got my hair done today. It's fresh. Very fresh.
Is it creme fraiche?
Creme
fraiche?
Creme?
It's a fucking South Park. It's an
is
old South
dirt.
Park joke.
No.
It does not matter.
Creme is dirt from the high storm. And
I don't think it's dirt.
Oh, what do you think it is?
I think that it is the kind of dice that you buy at MissyMountainGaming.com using coupon code nerdynightly.
Well done.
15.
Well done.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Crushed it.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Front
What's up, guys? Thank you for being here at Weird Book Club Hour. Because we had daylight savings as well as a wrench in the schedule. But we made it. We're here. I was gonna be very upset if we couldn't do book club for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But so we're good. Or like 3 weeks. It would have been like almost 3 weeks because
it would have been, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm gone. I leave on Tuesday for Calgary. So no book club next week.
Shouldn't tell people where you are.
Why?
Because that's what Taylor Swift was suing that guy over, right? Because he was tweeting where her plane was.
Yeah, but I'm not Taylor Swift. Like, nobody actually cares.
That's fair. The streets of Toronto are not shut down for you next week.
No, not yet. Not yet.
If you are going to a show in Toronto next week and you don't have $3,000 to sit behind a pillar where you can't see the Taylor Swift concert, it's true, it's the cheapest ticket right now, you can come to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory at Young People's Theater downtown. A few blocks away over on Front Street, I will be doing a much less attended show that is also not as good because we don't have the budget. But what we do have is a talented group of actors telling a beautiful story in 75 minutes, and you will be home before the craziness
before the concert
of the
gets
Taylor
out.
Swift concert letting out.
You'll be out of downtown before all the Swifties show up.
We do open in Toronto on the same day that Taylor Swift's concerts start here. So that's great for us.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Definitely no issues at all will arise from
If you would like to see me in a Sia wig and a giant pink polka dot suit, no joke, come see Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Kyle, do you have something against Canada? Okay.
I do. I have several things against Canada.
Oh, like what?
Justin Trudeau.
Okay, what did he ever do to you?
I just don't think that we should have elected a prime minister who did brownface.
Well, yeah. Yeah, but we like the U.S. might elect a president who's a sexual assaulter and
to be fair,
felon.
I also don't think that... Oh, by the way, everyone, on Tuesday...
Go vote. That's
48
all.
hours from now, this will all fucking be over.
Just vote.
Just vote.
Mm-hmm.
Preferably for anyone. I don't know at this point.
Yeah.
Vote for anybody. Just go and vote. Honestly, don't vote for president. I don't give a fuck. Vote for the down ballot shit that actually matters. Go vote for like your local people. Those people do more in your life than the president ever will.
Probably.
Yeah. There's a whole chance that Kamala Harris wins the presidency, but the Republicans win the House and the Senate, so we just have a lame duck president to start. Like, it's going to be a weird one. What actually matters is your local people. Go vote.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go vote.
No, you're not. Because that would be a crime. That would be a felony. It's the felony that Republicans think happens all the time that they can't find any evidence of. Except
dumb people like me who just say that they do it on the internet, but don't.
Danny Plays NQ is right. Vote for Biden. Everyone please go vote for Joe Biden.
Please no.
So that we have 4 more years of him trying to remember the English language.
I like Everwritten's combo of Charlie and Taylor Swift mashup. Look what you made me chew.
Look what you made me chew.
I like that. I like it a lot.
I'm convinced Biden, right, March of next year, is going to be interviewed on some talk show.
I thought you were going to say he's going to die. And
No. He's going to get interviewed somewhere in March. 60 days after, you know, the inauguration of whoever's next.
Mm-hmm.
Dude's gonna look 10 years younger.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna be like 60 days away from being president, and he's gonna look like the Obama administration.
Yeah.
Like the pressure of like the presidency's gonna be off his shoulders. He's like, hey everyone, I'm back.
I'm a new man. That's
you do not know how stressful that job is when you're 80 years old.
I cannot imagine. Yeah. I mean, my job is stressful, and it is far less impactful on the world.
Well, I don't know about that.
Hey, you know what? All I hope is that I make your day a little bit better, and that's all we can ask
Fewer people masturbate to Joe Biden.
Probably. Actually, that is, I guarantee you, true.
That should be your Twitter bio. Fewer people masturbate to Joe Biden is so funny.
Hey, orgasms are great, and, you know, everyone deserves one.
All right, let's talk about Oathbringer, the 3rd book in Stormlight Archive.
Good book.
Set on the world of Roshar where no one masturbates.
I don't believe that. I think Vale masturbates, but Shallan doesn't.
Shallan is not okay. I don't know if you guys know
Very
this.
Very much not
Shallan
okay.
is not okay.
Uh-huh.
Let's dive into chapter 38, Broken People.
They're definitely broken.
Yeah.
Very broken.
And we start with Dalinar this week.
Mm-hmm. No mating. Thank you.
But we've never heard him be like, Shallan, what is it you do with your safe hand in the middle of the night before you fall asleep?
Because you know he's watching the whole time.
Shallan, what is it you're doing when you make the same noises I do when you go...
Maybe Spren do masturbate. Like, he knows what that is.
Okay, look. I think that masturbation probably exists on Roshar.
Yeah, 100%.
Spren don't masturbate.
Why not?
Syl does, but other Spren don't.
Syl is like, this is what women do, right? I really want to be a woman.
Like Wendell doesn't masturbate.
True.
Right?
True. You know what? That's fair.
Although
but he's got vines.
I'm not gonna lie. If Yasna and Ivory had a like dom sub relationship going on behind the scenes, wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, but who is the dom?
I think it changes.
Oh, they take
depending
turns.
on how stressful Yasna's day was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I get that.
So chapter 30.
Anyways, sorry, we skipped to the end of book club. Dalinar.
Spren. We just need to make a separate YouTube video called Do Spren Masturbate. This is the content we should be bringing to the... Like, nobody wants to hear me have weird ideas about what I like about individual chapters. This show sucks. We should be making videos about Brandon Sanderson's world that are like the most unhinged... Because I guarantee you, we can out-unhinge anybody in this space.
That's probably
Daniel
true.
Green could never.
Yeah, no, that's probably true.
Yeah, we should
school.
just be the unhinged booktube channel.
New podcast, Do Spren Masturbate.
Do Spren.
Yeah.
Every week we sit down and talk about a different Spren and whether or not it masturbates.
There are so many Spren, we'll never run out.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Because, like, Death Spren definitely do.
Yeah.
Right?
What else
Because
are
they
they
have
gonna
a
do?
hard job.
Yeah.
And they get home at the end of the day of being around people while they die.
Yeah.
And they just need to let off a little steam.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
100%.
Do masturbation Spren pop up around other Spren when they masturbate? Could a Spren cause a Spren to pop up? Probably not.
No, I don't think Spren are attracted
The
to other
cognitive
Spren.
realm. Ooh.
That is very good.
What is the high storm if not the Stormfather just coming all over Roshar?
That's what the creme is.
It's just Stormfather come?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It makes sense now. Guys, it all makes sense now.
That's why there are so many Spren. The Stormfather is just fucking impregnating them every time he passes over the earth.
Wow.
He's just coming over all the Spren and they just pop up like...
Scavandy, thank you for the super chat!
Nerdy versus the disheveled goblin?
The disheveled goblin.
I have
Is that
no idea
me?
what that is. Are you a disheveled? You look pretty put together today.
Thank you. I put effort.
You're wearing like real pants.
Yeah, because I was wearing them earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, you can set goals now on YouTube streams. I was like, we should just set the most arbitrary super chat goals.
Sure. Do you want to? Do I have to like click? Do I have to type?
I actually don't. I've never done this before.
Pick a goal.
Oh, so it's like the number of super chats, or you can
50
get like
super chats.
that's
all
less
of them.
fun. That's less fun.
3 hours.
What?
Show how you'll celebrate. How are we celebrating if we hit the goal?
We get dinner.
Just put dinner.
Great. New unhinged goal.
That's so stupid. All right, we should probably...
Masturbation hobby. You know what? You're right. That was a missed opportunity. God damn it.
Daniel Green is the disheveled goblin. I could take him.
Oh.
Let's be real.
Take him where? To like
dinner?
Scatterbush?
Yeah.
You know, or maybe he likes
somewhere nicer. Daniel Green has like 400,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Nice. Okay, fine. Take him to a steakhouse. I don't know.
I could take Daniel Green out on a date.
Yeah. I think you guys would actually have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we'd get along very well.
Yeah.
Chapter 38.
Anyways.
This show's so... Why does anyone watch this shit?
Because...
Dalinar... Nerdy is twice as big as Daniel. Only physically. Definitely not on YouTube. One for the target. Guys, the target was a joke.
Just to be very clear, the target is absolutely a joke.
I went as high as I possibly could.
That was literally the maximum number we could pick. But Arzu, thank you for that super chat. God damn it.
We can't do... This is the problem. I can't have a full day of stuff and then do book club. I have to wake up and be locked in for book club. This feels so weird.
Locked in? We're a nightmare every time we do this.
I know, but we're more locked in than this. Granted, we are also on attempt 2 of this book club.
Sure.
So, like, that might be part of the problem.
Yeah,
but...
no, that's true. That's true. Darn. All right, well, book club. Dalinar
book club.
Is doing the dang thing, okay? He's fighting Jabroni.
Jabroni! Thank you
Holy
for 10 gifted
shit.
members, you jabroni.
Jabroni, thank you so much for 10 gifted memberships.
Let's go. So many people can enjoy audiobook reactions that are coming.
Hey, we did it.
In like
we
a
did
week.
3 this week.
We did 3 this week.
Yeah, there's 3
mostly
new
thanks
reactions.
to Code 76. Chris Hazelden. Ryan, thank you for that super chat. Am I doing this right?
Correct.
You are not, in fact.
No, actually, that was perfect.
You were doing it
Keep
wrong.
doing that.
You are, in fact, doing it incorrectly.
So what's the right way to do it then?
The right way to do it is to remove your safe hand. Nope, the pouch on your safe hand. Or just remove the whole safe hand.
Just take the hand off. You don't need it.
These women be walking around with pouches over them. You don't know if they actually have a hand there or not.
Oh my god.
So just assume it, man.
Anyways, Dalinar is in a vision, and he's fighting with some people, okay? And his arm is cut off. Actually, he removes his safe hand.
Yeah.
Dalinar does, in fact, remove his safe hand.
James Ross, thank you for donating to the masturbation fund.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Those poor hungry masturbations will be able to enjoy their Christmas this year.
Guys, we are a serious company, okay? We have like a tax.
Seriously deranged.
We are a serious company here at the Nerdy Nightly, and you are derailing that.
How dare.
This is somebody's first book club, and they're like,
oh no.
I know.
That's awful.
But like, what would be a good first book club? There's not really a good first book club. They're all bad.
They are all terrible first book clubs.
Chris Hazelden. Yeah. Thank you for that super chat.
Thank you for the
God,
super chat. You just leave it. You're good. That's you won. You did.
You won.
Yeah. You won the internet.
So,
Dalinar is like, wow, man, I'm really getting old. I used to have my hand cut off all the time, and it wouldn't faze me.
Yeah, he's like, something like this wouldn't have fazed me before. And immediately, I was like, what the fuck are you talking? You had your arm amputated.
Yeah, well, maybe that's a little bit harsh.
And so now we find out that the Stormfather has revealed that Dalinar is essentially just Mrs. Frizzle. Or Miss Frizzle?
Yeah.
And the visions are now the magic school bus. And Dalinar can take people on the magic school bus.
Wouldn't that make the Stormfather Miss Frizzle then?
No, the Stormfather is the bus.
No, actually, the Miss Frizzle is the Almighty, who left the diary behind to teach the class.
No, Dalinar is Miss Frizzle. The Stormfather is the bus. You can't... this was my metaphor, and it's funny. Don't ruin it.
All right.
Okay?
Fine.
Underscore, thank you for goals.
Thank you for goals. We're now 5 out of 50, guys. That's more than I thought we were going to get.
And so Miss Frizzle has brought along his wife and niece, and they are all in this vision, just going around learning things. We learned that this is one of the first visions Dalinar has ever gone through, this fight on this field. Fighting Voidbringers, which he had apparently forgotten about because the plot needed him to. And...
because we needed to see the vision, okay? Alec, welcome back to the Nerds Radiant. I'm not distracted. You can't do that to me.
And so the fight goes on. Dalinar manages to win in a different way than he did last time, which is important.
Yeah.
And he sticks around with Navani and Yasna, who are doing scholarly work that Dalinar truly could never figure out.
Yeah.
Not in a million years.
He's like, whatever you say, bro. I don't know.
And
whatever you need.
They all have different scribes back in the room writing down everything that they say.
Yes.
So Teshev, who I don't trust.
Ooh, spicy.
Teshev and the girl that Adolin dated.
Yeah.
Both feel sus.
Yeah, Sons of Honor shit.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah.
But I think that
100%.
I think Teshev is Diagram. And I think that what's her face is Sons of Honor.
The one that Yasna thinks is dumb.
Yeah.
Scott Andy, thank you. Super chat. Your amount and message will be public. That is correct. You learned how to super chat. Bleezus, not Jesus. Did I say that right?
Blissus, yeah.
Yeah, thank you for that super chat. Write this in the earnings report of your serious company.
Pee poo poo.
I'm just gonna write this on the tax form.
This is why explaining to the CRA while they audit us what we do for a living is so hard.
They're like,
because they're like, so someone sent you $5 to write pee pee poo poo.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
okay,
they did.
so chapter 38.
God damn it.
Is this gonna be the worst book club yet?
It's our own fault. We put the goal. I didn't think this through very well.
I just thought it would be funny.
I got excited for like a new toy on YouTube, and here we are.
So Dalinar,
yeah,
Navani, and Yasna are looking around. They see a couple of interesting things. One is that there are humans among the Voidbringers, and the Stormfather is like, there were many who went and it's
fuck
cool.
those guys.
And Dalinar realizes that he's been fighting a giant creature of stone. And we basically continue to explore the idea that the desolations happened over a long period of time. And we explore this mostly in that we walk over to the Honor Blades. And we are at the day from not the prologue, but the prelude to book 1. Was it the prelude? Where Talalala, Niall, and the others all left their swords in the stone.
Yeah. I think there's a book about that.
No, Talanala didn't. But the others did.
Right, because he's the one who never broke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they find
this chapter was wild.
They find the Honor Blade that killed Gavilar, which isn't Talon's blade.
No.
Importantly.
No.
And they
Which we were confused at.
are like, yo, Stormfather, the fuck is with this? And the Stormfather's like, do you actually want to know? And I was like,
I want to know.
Brandon Sanderson.
Can you show me?
If you don't tell me in this moment, I will find you. Next year, when Charlie and the Chocolate Factory closes and I have time.
Yeah.
And I will demand compensation from you.
Yeah. Liam Neeson's going to call.
Okay, really quickly, Baby Balrog, thank you for that super chat. Pulling unpaid overtime at the moment. Really needed this.
Illegal,
You're welcome.
Right?
Chris Hazelden, Ryan, did you hear about Peanut the Squirrel?
No.
Thank you for that super chat. I did.
Who the fuck is that?
That's a shame. I'm really sorry about Peanut. But we don't have time to get into the politics of the NYPD right now. Chris Pilkington, thank you so much for that super chat. Why was the goal not 69? 50 was literally the maximum that I could make it.
You couldn't do anything else.
Spencer D, thank you for that super chat. 4.5 mil la of torture. Mil. Why'd you switch to French to say 1,000?
I
don't know what la is. Mil la? Anyway, whatever. Thank you, Spencer, for that super chat.
Maybe they meant millennia, and it like auto-corrected to French.
What we learn is that a long time ago, the Heralds made a pact to seal away the bad guys of this world, the souls of ancient Spren who had died, that were coming back and taking over the living bodies, questionable bodies of modern day listeners.
The questionable bodies.
Well, are they alive? Are they dead?
I could not tell you.
Like, okay.
They are flesh puppets.
Here's the really important question for the morality of this series moving forward. Do the Parshendi die to be taken over by to go through the fusing?
Probably.
Or are they still alive in there?
They're probably dead.
I don't think so.
Oh.
Because
Eshonai
could hear her screaming self.
Clicked back out of it. Yeah. So they're not dead. They're enslaving themselves. The Parshmen are enslaving themselves.
But we learn from R'laine later that they have to be open to it. And so, all they have to do
is say no.
Well, no, but
no is a full sentence.
All the good guys, they're not really good. All the people that we follow have to do to win this war is convince the Parshendi
to say no to drugs, kids.
To not consent.
Meth, not even once.
To losing their bodies to this.
I mean, yeah, actually, that is a pretty great solution.
That is the easiest solution to their problems.
Yeah, 100%.
It's hard because they also enslaved those Parshendi for a very long time.
Yeah.
But this entire thing will be solved when Eshonai comes back and runs a cosplay as not consent campaign for the Parshendi.
Just because you cosplay as a form of power doesn't mean that you consent to being a slave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 100%.
Straight up.
Absolutely. Morris Primon, thank you for that super chat. Wait, I wasn't here. What's the skull thing? It was a fun new button that we pressed, and now we regret it. But thank you for that super
But we're 13 out of 50, so.
Hey, 13 out of 50 is not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Chris Hazelden, thank you for that super chat. In this economy?
Yes.
Economy's booming. We just found the urethra.
What? Oh.
Yeah, and it has a butthole. Eshonai was not fused. Okay, Eshonai wasn't fused.
Economy's not booming because they basically made the chasm fiends extinct. So.
Yeah, that's
Wait, how was she not fused?
She was power form.
No, the Spren literally went up and was like, she would have like broken out of it. Because she didn't like fuse properly.
No, but she wasn't fused. She was in power form. Blimbus, thank you for joining the Nards Radio.
Hey, welcome, thank you.
No, I hear what they're saying though.
I just thought she was a fuse, no. So
she was in storm form. Fuck.
So the fuse actually may not
be savable.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
they're half
Pierre,
insane anyway.
Thank you for that for gifting 10 memberships. That's so kind of you.
Pierre, thank you so much.
Okay, but here's the problem. Here's the larger problem.
Dinner book club is popping off. Let's go.
Here's the bigger problem. Yeah, because we made a joke goal.
No, we didn't do memberships for the goal. That was just being nice. Thank you.
People on the internet have to like play victim to get their community to like give them money, right? And those people drive me crazy. We just have to do dumb shit. We just have to say like we're gonna just put up a dumb goal.
We do dumb shit, and then book club happens, and then we're like, this is now a 3-hour podcast. You're welcome.
Oh, and we just got a commission for an audiobook chapter.
Hell yeah, let's go. Kabexicky, thank you for that super chat.
For the
God.
NPR pledge goal. Get to 50 super chats and your pledge. I mean, super chats will help you support your local Radiant chapter. This is NPR.
Oh my god.
Welcome to Fresh Air with Nerdy. All right, so, okay.
Thank you for that super chat.
Okay, so, the Fused are not... Because when Moash is flying with Iboobidiboo, and she's like, they are sacrificed...
Llewellyn?
Llewellyn Davis?
Llewellyn?
I don't think it's Llewellyn. Great movie though. Oscar Isaac.
Yeah, what's her name?
When he's flying with her, she specifically calls Leshwi, I think it's something like that.
Thank you.
Say that it's the sacrifice. So I do think they're dead. So fighting the singers
no, they have to
is essentially, hey, for just because I'm a big morality boy. And I think that, like, watching this war play out when both sides are maybe innocent, it gets weird, right? But making the singers essentially have murdered Parshendi and taken over their bodies, it's easier to get behind the war. You know what I mean?
Fucked up
It's
shit.
a little bit easier to be like, yeah, we need to stop that.
Some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Yep. They were slaves or they get enslaved / murdered by their own people. It's fucking crazy out here, man.
Yeah.
Dahmer?
Homer Saracen. Homer Simpson.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's what it's supposed to be. Thank you for those 5 gifted memberships.
Well, hello there, neighbor.
Someone mentioned a membership goal, and I actually don't know if that's we can do that yet on YouTube, but
I have no idea.
We can look into that.
So my concerns about this kind of being just a sad, pointless fight between two nations that shouldn't be fighting has been relatively solved rather quickly here at the beginning by being like, no, this is actually
don't
like,
worry.
there is actually
more fucked up than you thought it was. Yeah.
No, it's less. It's actually less fucked up.
Oh. I mean, I'm
okay. I'm gonna be completely honest. When,
Pied Piper, thank you so much for
gifted membership.
Guys,
this stream is such a disaster. We're in chapter 38. We're in chapter 38, Pied Piper. All right, Pied Pepper. Pie Pepper Guy.
Pie Pepper Guy. Thank you so much for 10 gifted memberships.
3.1415926535.
So many reactions.
Guillermo Barros, thank you for a super chat that's relevant to the book.
Thank you.
If that's the case, it puts the listener's reaction to the return of their gods in perspective, doesn't it? Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Now I understand why Esh and I was like, oh, we gotta murder Gavilar.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, but also the concept of the prologue of this book makes so much more sense now.
Of this book or the whole series?
Yeah, because Esh and I of this book.
Oh. Okay.
Esh and I. When Gavilar said that the Fabrials are capturing Spren, Esh and I's reaction to that isn't that he's going to bring Odium back to life. I was so confused about the bringing back the gods thing.
Right.
But if the way that the Parshendi transform is by capturing Spren and taking them into the High Storm, and the Fabrials are captured Spren.
Yeah.
Eshonai is looking at it going, oh, you can actually bring back the gods by putting them in us. It wasn't about, like, bringing them back to life, which is why I was like, I don't get why seeing the Fabrial made her think that bringing the gods back to life. It's that the gods are actually the fused spirits that are fused with them in a high storm. And so Eshonai is looking at an example of something that actually is, like, practical.
That literally was the Spren that could have turned...
Because the whole time I was like, what does capturing a fucking Spren in a Fabrial have to do with bringing Odium back to life?
Right.
But
no,
the
you're
gods,
right. Their gods are the fused.
I didn't understand that to them the gods wasn't odium. The gods were
literally
these
their
ancient
ancestors.
souls.
Yeah.
And so now I'm like, oh, I get what the fuck this meant now.
Yeah.
Which is fun. I haven't felt this way about the previous 2 Stormlight books, right? I really haven't. In some ways, nothing's really moving forward in this book. Everyone's just kind of sitting around chatting. But I'm also like much more invested in the way information's being revealed and the way characters are doing things within scenes. The humanity with which we're ascribing to characters, particularly Verlaine and everyone around Moash. I think those are excellent stories.
Yeah, was not expecting to get so much Moash.
But this reveal that like this contextualizing of why Esh and I freaked out so much in that moment made so much more sense now. I was like, oh, okay, I'm just stupid.
Yeah, she basically looked at like a fucking like Baldur's Gate 3. She basically looked at a mind flayer holding a fucking tadpole that could have literally taken over her entire body, soul, and mind.
Yeah, that's a great example.
And was like, nah, fuck that, kill this man immediately.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Interestingly, not all people, though.
Not all people? What do you mean?
Well, but like the weird thing about it is that Fabrials are so common among humanity that you would think that the concern would actually be that we have to like kill all humans, but that didn't really seem like the
because
goal.
None of the other humans realized that those captured men had anything to do with the Parshendi. But Gavilar was like,
but Gavilar isn't working alone. Gavilar, literally, the group that Gavilar is doing this shit with has a name.
They didn't know that, though.
No, I know, but the assumption that he's alone in this, I think, is foolish. Which is why they're mostly dead now, right? I think that there were consequences to that foolishness. And the Sons of Honor are still around, and most of the listeners aren't, right?
Yeah.
Like, Esh and I, by assuming that Gavilar was working on his own, and by acting as hastily as she did, and not taking time to get a full scope of the scene before acting, she has actually failed the listeners, which is maybe a group of people that doesn't exist anymore.
So I think the listeners were the specific Parshendi that Verlaine was a part of, because they call the Parshendi the singers now. Yeah. Like the singers is the race, and the listeners were specifically this like group that I think secluded themselves and pledged to never allow the gods to return.
I think that's where the names come from. The singers can attune to the vibrations that allowed the fuse to fuse with them and come back, and the listeners listened out for those vibrations and fucking avoided it. Maybe. And I think that's why they're called the listeners and not the singers, because singing is more of an active thing, right? And listening is more of a passive thing. Yeah. You can listen actively, but like your ears are always working. Right. And so I think that when they renamed themselves the listeners, it was like almost like literally listening for danger. Right. Right? Yeah. Gotcha. Whereas singing means that you're like open to the rhythms of, damnation, essentially. Yeah. Anyway, wow, the Stormlord like we get to watch this whole thing where we realize that basically the Heralds had a pact, and the desolations kept coming faster and faster and faster because they would go to hell, get tortured, and as they started their grip on it basically started to loosen, and they kept coming back to Earth sooner because they couldn't stand being tortured, and they would give, because as soon as one person gives in, it opens the floodgates. Mm-hmm. And we find out that the one that they left behind was the one who never broke, and also was the one of them who was not like unimportant person. He was just like some dude. Yeah, Talon Alinet, which is the guy that was in the monastery. Yep. And Dalinar lost him. Everwritten, thank you for that super chat. There's a hub-like site just for safe hand pics. I want to make an OnlyFans. It's just safe hands. It's just your left hand. It's just all left hands. It's like anyone who has like a picture of their left hand. It's just all left hands. Kano, thank you for that super chat, adding to dinner goal. Thank you. If we hit 50 super chats, we get to eat tonight. Yeah, yay, and if we don't, we'll still eat, because I don't give a fuck. Great. Maybe if we hit 50 super chats, we'll like order dinner. Ooh, ramen. We did ramen last night. I know. Okay, well, I mean, I can never have enough ramen. So
very good.
yeah, so Talon Alanet spent 4,500 years being tortured, and a lot of that by himself. There's also more.
Yeah.
But Stormfather won't tell them the rest because it would break them. And Dalinor's like, no, it won't. And he's like, yeah, it will. And he's like, no, it won't. And he's like, yeah, it will. And he's like, all right, for now.
Do you have any theories as to why the Radiants broke their oaths?
I don't know. I think, what is going on here? I think it's going to be something like every time they, like, send away the Parshmen, people on another planet are getting tortured by them or something. And so it's going to be some big thing of like, we are upholding our oaths to protect people here, but it is actually hurting other people. I think there's going to be some sort of like, we can't live knowing that we can't continue to uphold this order knowing that it is doing something to somebody else that is so awful that we can't continue on. And I don't know what exactly that would be. It might have something to do with the origin.
I wonder, okay, my like train of thought at the moment is that the Spren have been misleading people because they basically killed their Spren. Straight up, all collectively murdered their Spren.
Do you think they knew that they were going to kill their Spren when they did that?
I think they must have.
Okay.
Right? I think they must have, and I think that it feels like it was an act of defiance against Spren in particular. And here's the thing, maybe it was an act of defiance against, like, Honor. Like, maybe, like, Honor the Almighty ain't that great.
Well, he's dead now, so, like...
Yeah. So I don't know what that means, really, but... That's kind of like my train of thought, because it's got to be something bonkers. Baby Balrog, thank you for that super chat. Technically, the sentence, all life on Earth has been destroyed by Matt Parker. Oh.
What?
It went up. Is distinctively more non-zero than it used to be.
I have no idea what that means.
I don't know who Matt Parker is.
Isn't that the half of the South Park team? Isn't it Matt Parker? No.
All life on Earth has been destroyed by Matt Parker is distinctively more non-zero.
Neither of us know what that
You know what? I'm so sorry. I don't get it.
Oh, Chris Hazelton is giving a super chat to try and provide context. Is that the stand-up maths guy?
Stand-up maths. Like, you can only do maths when you're upright?
Guys, I appreciate the goal joke. Let's try and keep the conversation a little bit on this really cool moment. We're seeing the Heralds.
Yeah.
We're finding out that Dalinar is not a good, not good at, like, you know, knowing where dudes he keeps imprisoned are.
Yeah, he's like, oh, that guy, he wasn't actually crazy. Oops, I lost him. I lost that one.
I get it. Here's my thing. I get being like, no way he's a herald. But also, a few days before that guy shows up being like, hey, I'm one of the heralds.
Yeah.
A slave that you recently freed was like, hey, by the way, I can fly now. I would maybe, in that instance, go, so a Knight Radiant showed up, and then this guy showed up crazy with a Stormblade saying he's a herald.
A Shardblade.
That guy can fly. And then a couple of days later, that guy... What happens when the heralds come back? Oh, right, the superpowers return.
He didn't know that.
That guy can fly. Like, it is so baffling to me.
I thought
that somebody could have fucking
Dalinar
superpowers.
Didn't know that Kaladin could fly until he, like, saved him in the storm, right? Kaladin wasn't really flying and telling people. Chris, thank you for the super chat. No, you're fine. You're good.
Okay, maybe he showed up a little bit before Cal revealed his powers. But Cal revealed his powers before... Or no, wait, did Kaladin reveal his powers before they left in Words of Radiance?
Before who?
No. They left before... No. I'm mixing the timeline up. That's me. That's my fault. Because he shows up at the end... He shows up with powers after Dalinar's already left the war camp.
Yeah?
So we knew that Kaladin had powers, but Dalinar didn't.
I think so.
Hazelton, thank you for that super chat saying sorry. I genuinely appreciate that. You guys should super chat every time you are apologetic.
Wow. Every time.
Every time.
Every time.
Even if we're not live.
Okay.
And you're apologetic to somebody else, you should super chat us.
Leave a super thanks that says sorry.
If you like are glib with your mom, you should leave a super chat on our channel, a super thanks on just a random video.
Right.
Pick something from like 2020. Just go leave a super thanks on like our wedding.
Yeah.
Every time you're apologetic, you should go to our wedding and leave $2.
Oh my god.
It's the apology jar.
That's the swear jar.
If you have to put money there every time you swear, everyone would be broke.
We would
Only
be
degenerates follow this channel.
Broke.
No, but I'm remembering the order of events differently, and so Dalinar doesn't have reason to think this guy might actually be Herald.
Yeah, the timeline of it is a little bit confusing to me, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I definitely think that because Dalinar kind of totally forgot about him for at least a minute, but wasn't sure if he forgot about him or if he just like got lost.
Would you say that he forgot about Dre? Huh? Would you say that he forgot about Dre?
Who?
Nowadays, everybody wants to talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. You know what I mean?
Dre?
Yes, Dr. Drehy.
Apparently, I forgot.
No, it's a Dr. Dre Eminem song from like back in the day.
Sure.
They forgot about Drehy. Nowadays, everybody wants to act like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Drehy. That's very funny. That needs to be a song that we make for the channel. Forgot about Drehy. Right.
Love that for us. Light Blindfold, thank you for that super chat. Voting for Nerdy and Claris for president. Do we get to like split the responsibilities like 50-50?
No, you have to do all the work, and I get to do all the like kissing babies and going to like the puppy bowl.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. That's fine.
You have to run the United States, a country that you don't understand at all.
No.
And I get to do all like the publicity events.
Yeah. 100%. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wonder, God, it'll be a beautiful day when an OnlyFans model becomes president of the United States. You know what I mean?
That'll be popping off.
It would be popping. Like President Pussy is the like you know what I mean? Like that.
Can you imagine the like Secret Service having to vet her messages?
Now that sounds like a solid business plan. Mm-hmm. I just need to become president.
All right, we're 42 minutes in. The second chapter of the week, 39 notes.
Anyways,
yes. Shallan basically goes to a meeting, and Yasna starts treating her like a ward again.
Yeah.
And it's a struggle.
Shallan doesn't love it.
Yeah.
She's gotten used to her independence and her insanity, and doesn't like to be held accountable for things.
So it's very interesting, right? I think that this chapter introduces the beginning of this problem for Shallan of her having to discover and decide what she wants out of life. But also we get a really like deep conversation between characters about what is the right path forward.
Yeah, Yasna and Kaladin do not get along. There's some tension. I disagree
with that. I think they have a good argument.
I think that I think
they're gonna have sex at some point.
Oh, for sure, but it's gonna be like angry sex. You know what I mean? Like it's not like they've got issues with one another. It's gonna be like enemies to lovers kind of deal. But here's the thing: is like Yasna's kind of right. She's like, look, we can either like kill 10 people or we can kill all of the parchment. So like, what do you want from me? What do you want me to do?
Or we can just send one person to hell. Right? It's not even like 10 people. It's we can send a single person to hell to get tortured for the next bit. And honestly, like killing one Herald and getting like a year of time to prep, it's not a bad trade.
Before they break again,
yeah. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
And you have to kill all of the fused.
Right. Yes.
So you have to essentially kill all the fused, and then before they can return, kill one Herald.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a weird timing thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. It's possible.
Yeah. It's definitely possible. Could be done.
Interesting. Yeah, I feel like
it's better than genociding the entire race of parchment.
Well, yeah. Yeah. It's a little bit better than that.
It's a it is a trolley problem on the level of like, do we kill every single person who lives in the Netherlands or one person?
Do you think maybe that the recreants, that the recreants had something to do with the Parshmen, like becoming Parshmen? Because that's about when Parshmen became like slaves, right? They started being like not like. They started losing any...
No, I think that was before the Recreants. Because I think that was about 3,000 years ago, and the Recreants was about 2,000 years ago.
No, the Recreants was, I thought, 1,500 years ago.
Right, but I think that the Parchman thing happened before that.
Really?
I think the Parchman thing happened closer to the end of the... Haretium.
Because what if the Haretium happened,
yes.
right? And then... They were still fused, right? They were still fighting. They still had to fight for a while.
Yeah, because killing...
And so in order to kind of try and finally end it once and for all, they actually enslaved the Parshmen. And that's why the Knights Radiant all broke their oaths. Because they were like, no, fuck that. You just enslaved an entire race of people. What?
Kim Carberg is like, do we really need the Dutch, though? And then multiple people in general like, I'm Dutch.
Wait, what?
We have multiple people from the Netherlands here who are offended by Kim Carlberg saying that we should allow them to die.
What?
And to be fair, to be very clear, I genuinely believe Kim Carlberg is joking. As we're all joking.
Yeah.
We all love the Dutch.
Yeah.
And your silly little waffles.
Dutch waffles or Belgian waffles?
Dutch waffles.
Dutch waffles, guys.
Yeah. Don't Dutch have like the little waffles?
I know like there's like stroop waffles, which are the like flat.
Are those Dutch from the Netherlands?
They're definitely from somewhere.
I've had Dutch waffles.
I'm so sorry.
That are
I'm offending all of the people from the Netherlands, and I'm so sorry.
I don't know. There's cool little Dutch waffles that I've had that are very good, and I like them a lot.
Probably stroop waffles because it's like caramel inside.
Is it stroop waffle? Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna insult the Dutch if I get that wrong, but no, Belgian waffles are the big ones,
They're
and
like
Dutch
fluffy,
waffles
like
are little ones, right?
They're kind of like cookies, right?
Yeah, I think those are Dutch. Yeah, stroop waffles are Dutch. Yeah, they're fucking great.
Oh, I could fucking house an entire like bin of those. They're incredible.
Yeah, stroop waffles are fucking great. The Dutch can live.
Yeah, you know what?
I will kill one person so that we can keep the Dutch so that I can keep having stroop waffles.
I'm happy for you.
Who do I need to kill?
But yeah, I think that it's totally possible that the Radiants could have broken their oaths because somebody enslaved all the Parshmen and they were like, nah, fuck that, we ain't part of this. You know?
Yeah. I feel like one day in the future I'm going to have to like explain why I once had to discuss genociding the Dutch on camera. Like it's gonna get clipped out and be like, Nerdy Nightly claims we should genocide the Dutch, and I'm gonna be like, what? No, that's no.
You had to have been there.
You had to be there,
right? Yeah.
You had to be there for the weird book club at 4:30 that didn't make any sense. So this conversation's great. I think that the sides all make sense. I think that Yasna being very very logical and concise, Kaladin being very empathetic and very mindful of the little guy in this story, which is the Parchman.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I thought everyone brought their A game, except Dalinar. I think that Dalinar needs to decide what he wants to be decisive about. And it's really interesting to watch this character who is so not adapted to what he is being pushed into, right? Like, I think that he's the wrong guy for the moment in a weird way. And watching him kind of struggle with that is really interesting. It's good writing. It's really good story.
Yeah.
But he feels so much like a soldier who's trying to figure out how to... Part of the reason why I feel like this book is moving a little bit slowly is because it isn't about Dalinar leading. It is about Dalinar trying to figure out how the fuck to lead. like
Yeah.
this. And that has been actually more interesting than I thought it was going to be, right? Like, I think that it's really working watching Dalinar kind of just let Jasnah tell him what to do, because Jasnah is so sure of herself.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think that Jasnah's right all the time, the way that other people do. But I do think that at some point, either in this book or the next one, Dalinar's going to have to kind of make up his mind for himself. And I think it's going to be a really interesting moment, because I do think he's going to be put into tension with Jasnah a little bit more than I think she's going to be comfortable with.
Yeah, and I'm also, like, you know, worried about him hanging out with fucking Odium, you know, like...
They're not hanging out. He gets basically kidnapped. We'll get to that chapter at the end, but Odium basically is like, yoink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Odium can now pretty much maybe go hang out with him whenever Odium wants, so, like, I don't know.
I feel like Odium's busy. Odium's not going to be around all the time.
I don't know.
So Shallan, unfortunately, is not writing notes like she's supposed to be.
No, she's drawing
Kaladin, but making him like, it's like the Chad jawline version of Kaladin.
Oh my god.
And Jasnah's like,
it's like sexy Squidward version.
Yeah, you're supposed to be talking to Navani tomorrow about marriage. Stop drawing the bridge boy hot.
Yeah, pretty much.
And so Shallan is like, I don't know. And Shallan is like, I'm gonna go figure out what I want to do. Shallan Pattern tells Shallan that the room they're in has memories in it.
Yeah.
And so Shallan is like, oh, maybe something to do with Shadesmar, and Jasnah's like, I don't know, we'll think about it. And she goes back to her room, changes into Veil, and finds a letter pinned to her coat.
Yeah. Little do they know that Pattern actually realized that there's a fucking library in there.
Yeah.
Which, it's fine. It's fine. Renarin figures it out later.
Because Renarin saw the future?
Yeah, and also has a spren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll figure out what that means later.
Chapter 40.
Shallan reads the letter.
Yeah.
From Mraize, who's like, congratulations, you solved the mystery that we needed you to solve. And so now you get a letter, because this is Dungeons and Dragons. And that is how the game that we are playing works.
Pretty much, yeah.
We basically find out that the Sons of Honor are really the worst people, because they want to bring back the Heralds by starting the apocalypse, so that they can restore the power of the Vorin Church. Because, of course, Brandon Sanderson,
the fucking church.
The man that everyone is like, oh, he's too religious for me to read his books, is writing about the villains being the guys who are trying to bring back the Vorin Church.
Yeah, love that for them. We find out that Helleran was a Skybreaker, and that he was trying to get in with
So Nail,
that one,
has been around the entire time.
Yeah.
He's kept the Skybreakers alive the entire time.
Yeah, he's been around for 4,500 years.
And he just murders anyone who is maybe going to bond a spren.
Yeah, he's like, nah, fuck him.
And so the Radiants maybe should have been here the whole time, but Nail killed them all.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah, that is wild. Nail kind of sucks. He's definitely got some problems. He is unwell.
Helleran wasn't a Skybreaker, though. Helleran was on his way to being a Skybreaker, but he was sent to kill Amaram, but Kaladin killed him instead.
Maybe, being sent or decided to go to, like, prove himself, not clear, but, yeah, this note is very deliberately trying to be like, we have more information, tee-hee-hee, we'll get to it at some point.
Quebecskin, thank you for that super chat.
Thank you.
We were struggling with how to describe Lirin and Jasnah as fiercely to family. We couldn't settle on selfish, so I offer up family-ish.
Oh, with the conversation we were having about what selfishness is.
Familial-ish, maybe? I still just say it's selfish,
Family-ish.
And it makes sense.
No, I get what you...
And Clarus is just wrong.
Oh.
But I appreciate the offer, Quebecskin.
I think actually someone's keeping a tally of how many times each of us is wrong, so...
I know, and I'm saying add this one to the tally that Clarus is wrong. You can be selfish on behalf of other people.
Thank you for that super chat.
Yeah, and so Shallan, as Veil, goes and hangs out with the soldiers, and she complains about Shallan, which feels in the moment like, oh, haha, she's like playing a part. But then when we get to more stuff with Shallan later, when she's alone complaining about Vale.
About Shallan.
Sorry, about Shallan.
Oh, no, and Vale.
No, she's complaining about Vale.
Right,
No.
yeah,
Shallan is
yeah.
complaining about how much Vale was drinking. And I'm like, Shallan, girl, you're playing a part.
That's you.
And I need you to know that. Like, I need you to know that you're playing a part.
Yeah.
Because this is not okay.
Yeah.
It's not cute.
No.
You're not,
she
like,
is
7.
very unwell. She is not. Yeah, she's not well. But yeah, so Vale basically it finds the girl whose friend that she stabbed in the hand.
Ishna.
Ishna's been like spying on her. She wants in with the Ghost Bloods. So she says, "Fuck off and leave me alone." Chapter 41, on the ground, looking up.
Oh no! Before we get that, so Ishna was fired, but she's a trained spy, like a really well trained spy.
Oh,
and Shallan is like, I need to learn from this. I believe it. It would be weird if she wasn't.
Well, it literally says in the letter that the Ghost Bloods write to her later in this section that she was like, she worked under the spies, but like she wasn't that important.
That's what a good spy would want you to think.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
So, but she might have still been trained.
Yeah.
She might not have been head spy, but that doesn't mean she didn't have training.
I guess, yeah.
So Shallan is like, I need to learn some spy shit because I don't fucking know anything. I'm just doing stuff. And so Shallan comes up with a rather brilliant plan because the boys, they're playing a betting game that really did not make sense to me. The boys are complaining that they're not doing anything. And so Shallan is like, I need you to teach these boys, as Vale, she says this, while I'm present so that I can see if you're a good spy person, teacher.
Yeah.
And also so that I can take some fucking notes.
Yeah, literally.
Pay attention in bars.
Ishna is gonna give some lessons.
Yeah.
To Gaz.
Chapter 41, on the ground, looking up, my favorite place to be. Teft is a drug addict. So that's...
this was rough.
Teft finds himself stumbling into a well after he's been indulging in fire moss, a drug that you somehow get high off of when you rub it between your fingers, which is very interesting. And he's trying to get water, thinking about just ending it all, sadly. And then Bridge 4 finds him, and they're like, hey, what happened to your coat? And Teft admits that he sold it for drug money.
Yeah.
And that fucking hurt.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
This chapter was rough.
Yeah, my boy.
Poor Teft.
I love Teft. His whole like I don't deserve shit from earlier makes way more sense because I thought all of that was because he turned in his family, and I think that's definitely the beginning of it, right? But like,
turned in his family.
He turned in his family and like the cult that he was in.
His family, his parents died.
No, his mom died.
And then his dad did.
But did his dad die after he had like gone to the authorities about what they were doing? Wasn't that what happened?
Oh, fuck.
Right? Baby Balrog, thank you for that super chat.
Thank you.
I think of fire moss as oregano, rubs off onto you. The difference is, when you rub oregano between your fingers,
Dad was executed.
Yeah, his dad was executed
I was
after...
like, his dad died. Okay, but he was put to death. Wow,
Add that
crazy.
another to the Clarus was wrong column. Thank you very much. Okay. I'm going to win today, you guys.
Who's keeping score?
So, yeah, thank God oregano doesn't make you drunk or high because oregano is a great herb
True.
to put on chicken. And his character name is straight up not having a good time. Could apply to a lot of these chapters.
Oh!
Except for, like, Kaladin. Kaladin's kind of crushing it.
He's doing his best. Yeah, he's
showing up late to
stuff
everything,
done.
but he's having fun.
Yeah. Chapter 42.
I before we get off, I really like the concept of fire moss as a drug. It feels unique and different.
Yeah.
And I like this chapter. It's rough.
It is hard to read.
And, as I care about Teft a lot.
Yeah.
This storyline sucks, but it's very good. And I said this in one of the reactions earlier in the week. It feels like it's being handled with care and with empathy, and it doesn't feel like sometimes drug addiction plot lines written by people who don't do drugs can feel a little victim blamey or
right. Yes.
Can feel a little bit patronizing,
or you, like you said, romanticizing it,
or like kind of glorifying drug use.
Yeah.
And I feel like Brandon Sanderson has done a really excellent job in this chapter and in the other stuff around this storyline in riding the line between those two extremes.
Yeah.
Where Teft is definitely a victim in some ways, but is also aware of the fact that he's responsible for his choices.
Yeah.
And I think that the writing of this has been really well done.
Yeah. It was very well handled, and very like humane and compassionate as well. Like, which I very much appreciate, because this would have felt a little bit like gross if it had been like gratuitous, or like you said, like kind of victim blamey. Like, it just would have like not felt great. But like, it fits in very well with the book, because Teft is part of Bridge 4, and that like he's still a person and a human.
Well, and we're also sort of telling an addiction storyline with Dalinar, right?
Oh,
and
1000%.
So to pair like Dalinar's addictions and his class level versus Teft's is a really interesting it's just a really interesting comparison between the two that's kind of playing out underneath this book.
What kind of spren do you think Teft has?
Honor spren.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too obsessed with oaths. You've sworn oaths, Teft. Like, that's kind of its thing.
Well, but all of the Radiants swear at least one oath.
All of them swear oaths, but the honor spren are obsessed with those oaths. That the other spren, like, Wendell doesn't give a fuck about oaths. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would have guessed honor spren.
Pattern doesn't care a fuck about oaths.
Yeah. So I think that, like, once Teft is able to kind of...
Also, Teft can fly, so it has to be either an honor spren or... What's the other one that can fly? Is it Skybreakers? Teft is either a Skybreaker. Teft being a Skybreaker would be really interesting, though.
You know, it would, actually.
That he was one of Nail's people and then got up... Like, that's part... Teft's backstory being that he was one of Nail's Skybreakers and he got out of that and Nail thinks that he's dead would be fascinating.
That is really interesting.
Because they can also fly, right? I think so.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure they share that with the
Skybreakers fly, and they they manipulate rock, I think, are the two, like, right?
And then the manipulate rock and something else is the stone wards. And then the other side of no, because manipulating rock is stone wards and bondsmiths. They share the rock manipulation.
Oh, no, you're right.
So Skybreakers can't manipulate rock.
You're right.
But the Skybreakers and the Dustbringers might share something of destruction.
Okay.
Because the Dustbringers break shit.
Because that's the girl who showed up with Turbo Engine, right?
Malada, yeah.
Yeah, but we don't really know what she can do yet.
But she's a Dustbringer, so she destroys stuff.
That's all we know, is that she destroys stuff. She makes stuff go boom.
Or that her order, yeah.
Yeah.
Skybreakers fly and explode shit. Yeah, okay. So then it goes Windrunners, they share flight with the Skybreakers, who share explode shit with the Dustbringers, who share something with
we don't know.
Oh, maybe
because I don't know what the other.
Oh, but they can't.
Power
the
is.
Dustbringers can't share. Because the Stonewards and the Bondsmiths are together side by side. I don't know.
I need like a chart.
But we don't want to read the Ars Arcanum. Unless, do we want to? I don't know. Chapter 42, Consequences.
Yeah.
Dalinar is in the vision of Aharetium with Yanagawan.
I like when we listened to this word, I thought it was a Harietium, like it was a singular.
Yeah.
I didn't realize a Harietium was one word. So that fucked me
Aharetium with Yanagan. And Yanagan is okay. I, in hindsight, am shocked that this was not a commissioned chapter. Because my fucking jaw, when Lift just walked into the vision.
Yeah, right.
Just strolled in and started talking about Dalinar's ass.
Yeah.
Was
a choice. That was definitely a shock For sure.
There is, like, a full page of a girl just discussing that Dalinar's ass is too fucking tight.
Yeah.
That he's just dragging Dumpy all around Roshar. And genuinely one of the funniest things.
Yeah. No, it was actually perfect. Code 76, thank you for that super chat. Read the Ars Arcanum after you finish a book. Yeah, well, we'll have to check it out. I honestly, I don't love... Okay, I get...
Liv knows about the last clap.
She does. Look, I'm not gonna lie. This is a personal thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I get very annoyed when there is stuff that is relevant to a book that you need to know that they put in another book, and it's like, yeah, just read this.
No, the Ars Arcanum's in the book.
What do you mean it's in the book?
It's at the end of every book.
What is it?
It was also at the end of Mistborn books. It's like the explanation of like terms from this. It's basically a glossary of fantasy terms.
Oh, the glossary.
But it's called the Ars Arcanum.
I don't want to read a glossary. Fuck that. Tell me in the book.
They will eventually. They're just saying that we can have that information earlier if we want to.
Yeah, but then that is spoilers because it's not written into the story.
That's why we've never read it before.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Blimbus for the goal and Dalinar Storm Wagon. Oh, we've got to call great asses storm wagons. That's so funny.
Storm wagon is pretty great. Thank you for that super chat. That's fabulous.
So Yanagon is basically just being a child about this because he's a child and it's totally fair.
Yeah.
And then Liv shows up and is like, I don't trust him. His ass is too nice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust men with great asses.
Yeah.
Which honestly is fair. Right? Like, if a man works too hard on his ass, there's a there's a better chance than not that man does not believe in women's rights. Yeah. This is true. Yeah.
If you work out,
the nicer a man's ass, the less rights they want women to have.
You know, I
Chris
think
Hemsworth,
that's wrong.
Notorious misogynist.
Oh my god.
Just notorious misogynist.
But that's not...
It's a joke. I want to be very clear. I've met the man. He's very sweet.
Wait, no, who's America's ass?
Captain America.
Yeah.
Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
Chris Evans.
Evans, that's the one. I was like, he's got a nice ass. He seems like a cool guy.
Again, it was a joke. Did not mean it seriously. There are a lot of men with great asses who believe in women's rights.
No, there are a lot of men with great asses.
Yeah, and some of them believe in women's rights. Some of them believe in women's wrongs.
Yeah. Oh my god. You stole it from me. That was good.
I did. You're welcome. And so they leave, and the Stormfather is pissed because Lift shouldn't exist, which is a fair point of view to have.
Well, I don't know about shouldn't exist, but shouldn't be able to just like boop in and out. Like apparently the Stormfather feels like creation is literally fucking with him intentionally. Like, Lift shouldn't be what she is. And we already know that Lift is weird, right? Because she can metabolize food into Stormlight. Obviously, that's really fucking strange. But yeah, her being able to just bop into the Stormfather dreams is odd. Iris, thank you for that super chat.
They did tell you in Words of Radiance, it was just written in that pretentious scholarly way. Oh, did they?
Did they go through all of the surges?
Oh, actually, I think they did. I think that was a thing that we were like, this makes no sense to us right now.
It was those epigraph things that I couldn't understand, right?
Or it might have been an image.
No, I think it was the epigraphs you're talking about, right? Because I definitely remember a section of those that made no sense to me.
Yeah, it was.
It was from Words of Radiance, right? Like the actual Words of Radiance book. Yeah, no, fuck, I hated that.
That's fair.
An Ars Arcanum audiobook commission when... That would be so rude, but honestly, I would understand. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, it's written like a book, kind of.
Okay, so the 10 surges.
This is spoilers.
Is it? We know most of them.
Do we? I feel like we know half of them, maybe.
Oh, then I won't read this.
I don't know. I just find it's like weird. I just find it weird that these powers haven't yet come up in the story.
I feel like we've seen almost all 10 by now.
Okay, then what are they?
Light manipulation. Gravity manipulation.
Yeah. Adhesion.
Adhesion.
Yeah.
Um.
Future seeing, maybe.
Exploding things.
Okay, we haven't seen
rock
that happen.
manipulation.
That's
what are
I
the
mean.
other things we've seen?
We've seen like half of them. That's what I mean.
Shooting lightning. Because
Shooting lightning?
I think all of the fused powers are going to be able to be reversed into our powers.
But the fused and the storm form are not the same.
Yeah, but they are because they...
No.
No, but I think that the storm form is just using one of... Okay, so I think that the fused have all 10 of the void powers. Oh,
no,
we heard the term different. Void light for the first time. So they don't use stormlight. They use void light to do their shit.
Yeah, but they don't all have the same powers. Because Moash says, like, some of them can fly, and some of them don't.
Regrowth, right? Regrowth. Transformation. We see, like, 8. So maybe there's 2 we haven't. There might be 2 powers we haven't seen yet.
I don't know.
All right, chapter 43.
I guess bonding? Although bonding is just a version of adhesion, so I don't know.
Oh, I have a question for you. Do you think that cultivation giving Lift these powers breaks the magic system of this world at all?
Breaks it?
Yeah, like Brandon Sanderson likes to have a strict sort of like rules and like logic-based magic system. Do you think that Lift kind of jumps the shark on that a little bit?
I think it depends.
Okay.
Because I think that Lift will kind of break things in one way, but is gonna have her own limitations in another. Right?
I mean, it seems like the only limitation she has is calories.
But she had to give up something to cultivation, right? To get something. So we don't actually know what she's given up yet, and I think there's potential there to play with Lift being able to do things other people can't, but also unable to do things other people can't. Or can, sorry. I don't know. I'm not sure yet.
I don't know.
I reserve judgment on Lift.
Radiant Dauber, thank you for that super chat. Eventually should react to
you.
short videos about each rating class. That's interesting. Maybe we will.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. I really love Lift showing up in the stream as a comedy moment. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
I have questions about the power level that it gives to a character.
I mean, is Lift seeing the visions any different than any of the other characters seeing the visions?
No, Lift being able to get into the visions. I think it's Lift being able to use the power of cultivation to get into a vision that exists because of the power of honor when they're separate shards feels like a breaking of the rules a little bit to me. Of the world.
I don't know what the rules are about that. So I'm like...
Yeah, no, and I agree with that. But I do think that I think that what's fun about the Brandon Sanderson books a little bit is trying to, like, play with them, is trying to feel out the rules and see them used creatively. And Lift to me just feels a little bit like...
Can Lift only jump in during a high storm?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so it's not like she can kind of pop in and out like Dalinar whenever she wants to. But she can access, like, she has a connection to the high storm in a way, maybe.
Yeah, and at the same time, Odium can also do it. So, like, that kind of undoes my problem, I guess, a little bit. Now that I didn't think about that until now. Odium can also get into the dreams that aren't his power set. So maybe maybe what I'm saying doesn't matter. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Lift right now.
Fair.
I really like her as a character.
But how she fits in the story is a question.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's similar to how I feel about Hoyd, right? Like, how Hoyd fits into the story. I'm just not sure. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Right? It's not really a complaint about the book. It's more just like in this moment, it's hard for me to put words to how I feel about her existence within the magic system right now.
Yeah.
Even though I find her very enjoyable, and we'll get to her other conversation with Dalinar at the end, which I also really enjoyed.
Yeah.
But her, complaining about Dalinar having too tight an ass is just great.
Yeah.
Chapter 43, Spearman. Moash.
Moash is hating his life.
Moash is hanging out with Graves and Feberth. Brandy.
What?
The guy's name is Feberth.
Yeah.
Feberth.
Yeah, tragic.
Feberth.
Yeah. Poor guy.
And they're lost.
Yeah, they're lost. They're eating shit food, and then
doesn't fucking matter.
Fuse show up and straight up murder them all except for Moash.
And so Moash is the one who fights back, and he's trying to use his shard blade to fight back against the Fuse, and he is not doing a good job.
He's like, this thing's too long.
And so he gets rid of the shard blade, and he pulls out a spear, and then he fucking murders a Fuse.
Yeah.
And he gets taken prisoner for that. They basically are like, you can die, or you can give us your weapons and shard plate.
Yeah, and he's like, you know what? I never really liked this thing that much anyways.
Which is fair, honestly. Like, not everyone wants a dead soul to be their weapon. Not that Moash knows that. And he starts to come up with this worldview that is so nihilistic. But maybe...
Reminded me of you.
Right? But maybe, right?
We're not there yet.
The title of this video was almost Moash is right.
Wow. We're not quite at that level of nihilism yet, but he does get taken prisoner by the Fused. Chapter 44.
Yeah, but so he no longer has a shard blade. He had his shard blade for the least amount of time possible.
Yeah.
But Moash is like, maybe humans don't deserve the planet.
Yeah, we kind of suck, actually.
Kind of the worst.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're not wrong.
Yeah. But but then we get into it later, and everyone sucks, so it's like, fuck it, whatever.
Chapter 44, The Bright Side. Coming right after Moash.
Always look on the bright
coming right after
side
Moash is like,
life.
maybe they should kill us all. We get The Bright Side. Vale is in a tavern getting trained by Ishna. And
she's really good at taking pictures in her brain and remembering them.
Yeah, and we already talked about this, but I found this a little bit... I think that this chapter would have worked better for me if Vale was really good at remembering the physical characteristics of the room. But the way that Brandon Sanderson wrote this threw me off a little bit, because Shallan is still barely out of being a very sheltered person.
Mm-hmm.
And in this chapter, Vale remembers the room and also has like a really strong opinion about the people and their lives in the room in a way that it didn't feel very Shallan to me, and felt like if Vale was a real person. But Vale isn't. And despite Shallan's like mental break on what Vale is,
mm-hmm.
Vale still does not have the social experience that Shallan also doesn't have. And so her being like, this person doesn't like this because of the way that they're like, stuff like that, it felt a little anachronistic to the fact that Shallan is still very sheltered.
Mm-hmm.
In a way that kind of took me out of the book a little bit at the beginning of this chapter. Just a little, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah.
Genghis Dawn also brings up, it's also possible that Vale is taking wild guesses that sound good. And that is true. That might be what is going on here. And so maybe it is just all assumptions. But I wish for this to be more about Vale learning and less about Vale just kind of already being good at it, I guess is what I'm saying. Like, I thought this was going to be more valuable in terms of Vale kind of taking the lesson in, but Vale just kind of already rocks at this. And so her getting something out of it didn't feel as... You know, it kind of felt like writing a character who's taking a class, and they show up to that class and they're just already really good at math. And them actually getting good at math would have been a little bit more interesting, I think.
Yeah, but this is also, like, this is literally Spying 101.
Which
right?
Shallan doesn't know.
I mean, but Shallan can take a picture with her brain and remember it. Like this being the very first lesson, and it being one of Shallan's incredible strengths, like unbelievable strengths.
No, but
Like,
but that is exactly why I'm saying that it would have worked better for me if it was about Shallan. Vale is really good at the physical stuff. And
wait, so if Vale suddenly didn't have Shallan's eidetic memory?
but the eidetic memory can only cover the physical.
Yeah, which she's like, there's this many people at the bar, and this person is wearing this, and this person's hitting on this person, and this person seems to be waiting for a person because they're looking around.
But it's the seems to be thing that I don't think Shallan would be good at. It's the social cue stuff that I don't think Shallan, established as a sheltered character, wouldn't be good at. And that's what she needs to work at to be a better spy. Shallan is a god tier what is physically going on in the room character.
Yeah.
Right? And so her weakness as a character is that she doesn't have the emotional IQ yet. Because she hasn't spent enough time out in the world. And so that's all I'm saying about this scene. It was just kind of like, all right. It kind of took me out for a second to be like, I don't know that Shallan would.
I mean, she does fuck up.
She misses somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like
but
it's like perfect.
That's weird to me. Because how does she get the image wrong? She has a perfect eidetic memory. That's so like what is that person doing? Shallan's eidetic memory is magical.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
she has like a magical ability
that.
to memorize things.
People have that in our world.
Not to the level Shallan does.
Yeah. They like can literally take a picture of an image with their mind. And some people never forget anything. Like that's insane.
Yeah.
That feels like magic to me, but it is
that's
something
fair.
that people can do.
Yeah. Yeah, just interesting. It just kind of this moment. It felt a little bit like trying to give Vale. I think why it took me out a little bit is it felt a little bit like giving Vale an ability that Shallan doesn't have, and that can't happen, right? That if Vale starts to be an actually separate person. In their abilities, it's going to feel very weird.
A guess at how the people in the room are feeling. We don't even get confirmation whether or not what Vale says is correct is correct.
Right, but in us not getting that confirmation, Shallan doesn't actually learn anything from this. Right? Like Shallan, the lesson that Shallan is supposed to learn in this moment is kind of overlooked because she's just kind of already good at this. She misses someone in the corner somehow, despite the fact that she should have magical eidetic memory. But like the goal of like I want Ishna to teach them so that I can learn something is sort of wasted here because Shallan already knows it.
Well, because they were working on something that she already is incredibly skilled at. Like I said, it's like her walking. It's like it's like us walking into a streaming 101 class. We're like, well, we've streamed. We have this like skill that we kind of know. We're gonna wait. Like this class is gonna be more important when it gets to the higher level stuff.
Sure, but this is the 4th time in her life Shallan's been in a bar. You know what I mean? Like that's the difference.
But it's not her 4th time in her life around human beings.
Well, kind of, right? Like
No.
Shallan was extremely sheltered for the majority of her life. She doesn't have...
Yes, but when she was allowed around people, she paid such close attention because she tried to placate every single person in the room to keep it temperate. When she went to the fair, like that was like a big deal. Like she pays close attention to the needs of the people around her as a defense mechanism.
Yeah, but we've only seen her do that with her family, right?
Why wouldn't that extend to anybody else, though?
Because we've seen her not understand people for 2 books.
Who?
The crew of the original ship that she was coming in with. Her whole relationship with Vatha, Gaz, and her own crew. Like
she related to them very well, which is why they worked for her.
Shallan missing the needs of other people is sort of a thing that is a running thing through these books.
Yeah,
it's fine. We can move on. I don't want to go on about this forever. Like you feel the way you do about it. I feel the way I do about it. But
yeah,
it just was. It was just a moment of like it just wasn't my favorite way of getting this like lesson into Shallan. That's all.
Yeah. All
right. So anyway, she leaves that because she's realized that she is she's late for her meeting. And so she goes. It's the Load Bowl. Thank you for that super chat. Their penance for being really, really late. It's like really a super duper chat. So thank you for that.
It is. Thank you so much. You are forgiven.
You are very, very late. So are we. The show started 15 minutes late because of technical difficulties.
It's fine. It's fine. We forgive you. Thank you for being here.
And yeah, so she goes to hang out with the scribes. Renarin is chilling there, but he's very awkward. And so they're talking about the Fabrils in the tower, and he's like, Renarin is either magically getting information, or his friend is straight up telling him shit.
But we know he sees future stuff, so...
Maybe?
Yeah.
Kind of?
Yeah.
We don't really know how his power works.
Isn't that what they called him?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He just knows some stuff. Don't worry about it. It's just Renarin.
Yeah. But it might be his friend. And so he's like, maybe it's all one Fabrial. And they're all like, you're an idiot. And
they're
Janala...
like, how would that even work? Oh, Yanala? So
sure.
Yanala is the one that Adolin courted for a while.
Yeah.
Who, like, thinks that she's really smart and Yasna thinks is an idiot. And Shallan kind of, like... Or Yanala kind of shits on Renarin, and Shallan fucking calls her out for it. Which then Yasna gets mad at Shallan for. And then in the later chapter...
I was 100% on Shallan's side.
Yeah, I agree. Because then later on, like, Yasna does the same fucking thing to Amaram. So I'm like, you just...
Yeah, but she fucking ruins Amaram's life with her comment.
True. Very true. Anyways, they find the library.
And so Yasna's like, ugh, I wish I'd never taken on a ward.
Oh, no, wait, that's not yet. The drawer isn't yet.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And so Shallan and Renarin have a little conversation where he's very appreciative. And he's basically like, you should either stand up to Yasna or, and this is how we all deal with Yasna, when she needs somebody, don't be there.
Don't be there. Yeah.
Just be anywhere else.
Just fuck off.
And so Shallan is like, oh my god, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to Kholinar for the mission to open the Oath Gate, because that is where the end of the book is going to take place, and that's where everyone else is going to be.
Yeah.
And so I think we already know where the Sanderlanche is going to happen. Isn't that wild?
What? No, never.
It's going to be in a few weeks on the walls of Kholinar when Moash has to do a ladder run against Kaladin.
Kholinar?
No, against Kaladin. Moash is going to run, and Kaladin's going to be there. And he's going to be like...
actual Kaladin. Yeah. Okay.
No, literally, he's going to do a ladder run against Kaladin. And they're going to have to meet on the field of battle.
And they're going to kiss.
No, no, they're not. It's going to... Whatever it is, it's going to be bad.
You don't know that.
Because I have a feeling Moash is going to be, like, a commander of the fused army by then.
Maybe. Maybe.
Ishwe is, like, prove your vengeance to me. Whatever her name is, Ishviel, or the fucking... Leshwi.
Yeah. Chapter 45 is a revelation.
It's a revelation.
So, okay. Moash just dropped off in a pen with some humans by a fused, and he's hanging around.
Mm-hmm.
He's feeling a little bit sad because he's like, wow, you know what? I really fucked up. Bridge 4 loved me for who I am. The Parchmen are looking for volunteers for jobs because you only get food if you do work.
Yeah.
So it's like, kind of like nice slave labor, I guess. I guess. They're like, well, they're at least going to give you enough food to sustain yourself. So that's nice. That's kind.
Yeah.
I guess. It's fine.
It's rough.
Anyways, Moash goes and finds an old carabiner.
It's slavery all the way down.
Definitely.
No.
He's able to find someone that he used to know. He lets slip that he was a soldier, so Guff takes him to see one of the not high princes, but like
the Bright Lord.
The Bright Lord, who's sitting there with lots of food and being totally fine. And Moash literally has a mental breakdown in the middle of the room and like freezes and
Paladar
throw him out.
Is like, do they know that I'm here? Are they coming for me? And Moash says nothing. He just stands there. Guff gets beaten, unfortunately, for it. And Moash goes to volunteer for the hardest job possible.
Yeah.
Man, this is the Moash stuff is the best stuff in this book right now to me. It's so deeply interesting. And Moash is such a fascinating character.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to assuage his guilt away by participating in the demise of his own people so that he can feel like he is not, so that he can feel like humanity deserves it, so he is not responsible for his betrayal. So he's just gaslighting the fuck out of himself.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting. The way the Parshendi run things is also very interesting, right? Because they are so prepared for this, right? The Parshendi, the Fused, have had all of this time to prepare for what they're going to do, and they keep coming back.
Yeah.
They know how to destroy this shit.
Yeah.
And so it really is, as far as a villain goes, fighting a villain that's had hundreds of dry runs at how they're going to take you out is a really difficult challenge.
It's like it's like a video game, but the humans are playing the video game and the Parshmen are playing the player.
Yeah.
Who can do the fight over and over again until they finally beat what's her face in Elden Ring. Like. Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's just the
Millennia, that's it, right?
Yes. The Parshendi essentially have the upper hand on everything because they've been able to put together a army in weeks.
Yeah.
Like they've got supply lines, they've got fucking like plans, they've got ships, like
plans on plans.
Plans on plans on plans.
Yeah.
And it's just been it's really interesting to read. It's you know, very depressing because Moash is like even darker worldview than Kaladin had in book 1. But the way in which the story of the Parshendi kind of like army is being told is deeply, deeply fascinating.
Yeah.
Chapter 46, When the Dream Dies. We did do an audiobook reaction to this. Race is contained, which is good. I don't know who Race is.
Race is the one that Hoyd is concerned about, maybe. Is that Gamer Subs? Hell yeah.
Scar is running up a ramp in Yurthiru, and he gets to the Oathgate platform, and he's like, how fast was that? And they're like, 10 minutes. And he's like, great. How long did it take the Radiant to do it? And they're like, 6 minutes. And he's like, fuck, I'm getting left behind. Even though a 10-minute mile, I think that I can maybe run a 10-minute mile. Not uphill and not with a full pack on, but like...
Oh, my own body weight? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But definitely not like full like army decked out.
When the guy with Stormlight runs a 6-minute mile, and they've been training at the ship for a while, I was a little bit surprised. I was like, I figured they'd be a little bit faster.
6-minute mile with full pack is crazy.
With magic powers is not that great. I don't think that's that crazy. Yeah, but it doesn't
make your legs go faster. It just makes you not tired. Like your muscles aren't like fatiguing the same way. So you're basically just able to sustain your sprint, right?
No, the ability of Stormlight to essentially, I'm not really sure how to heal things, like drain lactic acid at, you would, a 6-minute mile, you would go.
Could you build muscle super duper duper fast?
Because you would recover and break and cover. Yeah, you would honestly be able to put on muscle. It's basically steroids, right? It's what steroids do, is like lower your recovery time and...
Crazy. That's crazy.
I don't know, 6 minutes just felt slow for magical running. And I think it's just because, like, I think that, like, a Navy SEAL can do a 6-minute mile with a pack on.
Yeah.
I have no idea. What is like a really fast mile?
Yeah, the pack it makes a big difference, right? I don't know. Okay, so it does help with strength a little bit. I don't know.
The fastest mile ever is 4 minutes and 8 seconds.
Oh, so wow. So 6 minutes is pretty quick.
So if you have... So, yeah, that's fair. No, that's fair. Because then you're going uphill and... They're not professional runners.
Yeah.
Right? So the Stormlight isn't making them... So an Olympian can beat a normal person with Stormlight, essentially.
Yeah.
Which I guess makes sense.
For now.
For now, yeah.
But did they run that with a pack?
No.
Yeah, so I don't know. Is it equivalent to a mile run on Earth? You know what? The gravity might be different. You know what?
Well, but also what they consider a mile might be different.
Right, because a week is fucking 10 days here. So...
A week is 5 days.
What? No,
on
it's
Roshar?
10 days. No, it's 10.
No, it's 5.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, they're also running at altitude. That's true. That's a good point.
Oh, true. Pinky, thank you for that super chat. I just tuned in. Want to remind you, they're running longer than a mile. 1 mile before the uphill portion. So it was a mile and then a hill?
And he did it in 10 minutes? Wait, no, okay, now it doesn't make any sense. How fast was Scar
now
running?
It doesn't make sense. What's happening?
The Bridgemen aren't professional runners. That is actually very funny, Baby Balrog. Thank you for that point.
Thank you for that super chat. But they didn't have that long to train. The Bridgemen were like kind of shit before Kaladin whipped them into shape to carry the bridges. You know what I mean?
No, Wheel of Time had 10 days a week.
Yeah.
And Roshar has 5.
No, they both had 10 days.
No. A week? No. We can't fuck this up. A week in Roshar is 5 days. In Wheel of Time, it's 10. Right?
What?
5 days a week, 10 weeks a month. Yes, I am right on this.
What? Yeah. No! Literally, where does it say that?
Multiple times in this book.
Roshar is 10 days. We've been saying that because a week is longer. A week is a longer period of time.
No, it's shorter.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No.
A week on Roshar. On Roshar, there are 5 days in a week, 10 weeks in a month, and 10 months in a year. So 500 days in a year, but days are shorter than ours. So Roshar in year is about 1.1 Earth years. Seasons tend to last a few weeks each and are as random as the high storms. Yes.
No, it's longer because people are older.
I got that from the copper mine. I know, because
older.
there's 500 days in a year.
I hate this.
There's more weeks. There's 50 weeks in a year on Roshar.
And
but
there's 52 weeks in a year on Earth. So.
Right, but wait, that doesn't make sense.
We have 52 weeks in our years.
No, sorry, there's 10 weeks in a month and 10 months in a year. So there's 500 days in a year. Because there's 500 days between weepings. So there's 100 weeks in a year.
Okay.
I am right. I want to be very clear that I'm correct.
I hate it.
Okay, thank you _, for the super chat. So Army Standard is 12 miles and under 3 hours in full combat pack. I've seen it done in 2 hours 15 minutes. Okay, so what is 2 hours and 15 minutes would be 135 minutes. Right? Where's my calculator? Because I don't want to fucking try and do this in my head. But what's 135 divided by 12?
Far different than 1 mile. Like, I don't really know what relevance that has.
Well, no, but this is what's interesting, right? 135 divided by 12 is 11.25 minutes. Now, that means that Scar, without Stormlight, is performing.
No, because you have to take into account stamina over long periods of time versus short. Like, that's like you if you're doing 12 miles, that is a completely different
run. Yeah,
physical
that's true.
Run than
you're not like deciding. You're not deciding to. You are pacing yourself intentionally in a way that you maybe wouldn't.
Yeah, it's very different.
That's fair.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Anyways, run around.
This is so not relevant. It was just a funny, yeah. Matt still wrote 1 letter, so yeah. Thank you, Joe White, for that super chat. We are now at 32 out of 50 super chats for the day.
Thank you, Joe.
Please remember that we will not consume food tonight without your help. So please continue to donate by super chatting nonsense from 3 years ago, Joe
We
White.
are more than halfway there, which is way further than I thought we were going to get.
Living on a prayer.
To the Almighty.
I'm just going to have random goals from now on.
Yeah, we're just going to put a goal every time, and it's going to be completely random.
So Scar is hanging out around people. Ristina mentions that the merchants are annoyed by the delay. So we find out that the platform it's not that the platform, it's not like Star Trek where the stuff on the teleporter gets teleported to another teleporter or another place. Mm-hmm. The actual physical platform on the ground moves. And no matter what, both sides switch. And so is less costly to run it both ways at the same time.
Yeah.
Which means that it can't be by weight because otherwise it wouldn't be less costly.
Yeah.
Because it would just be by weight. But so the cost of the Stormlight cost of using the lift has nothing to do with
the Oath Gate. Yeah, because at first I thought, I was like, oh, it has to be weight because the more stuff they bring, the more expensive it is. But now I have no fucking clue.
Yeah.
But anyways, all we know is that it is more effective to just have people on either side of the platform and switch map.
Yeah.
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 Interesting. And so they go down and they're using Stormlight for a bunch of things. They're trying to get people to use Stormlight, particularly the new people who haven't used it before. And Lynn and Scar have a conversation where he's basically like, I'm never going to be able to do this. And Scar's like, do you remember the story of the first time Kaladin used Stormlight? And she's like, was it this one? He's like, no, not that one.
No, not that one.
Was it this one? No, not that one. Was it this one? You know what? I'll just tell you.
You're never going to guess it.
We were running a bridge. And I was in the second row, right to the right of Kaladin. And everybody in the front row got taken out by arrows. And then a bunch of arrows flew at me. And then Kaladin used gravity to soak up all the arrows into the wood. And he saved my life. And the point of that story is, he didn't do it on purpose. He did it by accident.
Yeah, so just do it by accident, you dum-dum.
And so she does.
So she does it by accident.
And so Scar's like, maybe I'm the Radiant Whisperer. Maybe that's my role. And I got so excited because I was like, oh, Scar's going to be like the Philoctetes of the Radiance.
He's the coach.
But actually, meanwhile, he had accidentally sucked in Stormlight by himself. And so now he can also fly.
Yeah, because Rock is like, oh, you're glowing.
Yeah. But I want one of them to be the like Radiant trainer. And it can't be Vasher, because I don't know what happened to Vasher.
Right.
Did he make it to the urethra? We don't know.
I hope so.
I love that I've just fully committed to this total gag, where someone might come in and be like, what the fuck does Vasher have to do with any of this?
You'll see.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
He's gonna be Vasher, you guys. I promise.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, like, where the fuck is Zyle? Have we seen him at urethra?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
What is he still just hanging out in that fucking like little complex all by himself? Because I thought the other Ardents. No, Zyle. No, he is in the training room. Because XY's right. He was there for the scene where Kadash was all pissy with Dalinar. Him and Dalinar had a conversation when.
He was there. Right.
Yeah.
Right. No, you're right.
When he gets all hot and sweaty with that young man.
Yeah.
The Rust Bus, thank you for joining the Nargs Radiant.
Yeah.
Appreciate you being here.
Welcome to, Nerds Radiant, Nargs Radiant. We need to fix that.
I like Nargs Radiant because I want to get that like cutesy Narg, but in the outfit, in the blue outfit. With a shard spear. I want that art on a shirt.
I love it. Chapter 47, So Much Is Lost.
Yeah.
We get a Yasna POV, which is very fun. Yasna's reading
the Herald words.
Oh, yes, the Madman's Ravings, which turns out, he's a Herald, oopsie doopsie.
And then we find out that Yasna has a, like, book club with all the bitchiest queers across Roshar.
Is that now? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think that's the second one. This is the one where all the span reads are writing.
Yeah, because she backs up all of her notes via span read, which sounds
insane,
like a goddamn nightmare.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The way this woman writes, it would be like Hamilton having to write multiple copies of all the shit he wrote.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Couldn't.
Although she
couldn't do
maybe
it.
had scribes do it. I don't know.
She did, yeah, but still, it's a lot. It's a lot of fucking writing.
Basically, because Yasna's rich and apparently had enough time to do this, she is able to recover all of her notes from the 2 trunks that Shallan lost.
Yeah,
because she's a bad ward.
Fault. We get to meet Ivory, her spren,
who's hot,
the most coldest, dapperest villain you ever did see.
He's not a villain at all. He's a good guy.
He dresses like the villain.
No,
okay?
He's like he's just a British butler. He is the Alfred Pennyworth of this world.
And Yasna's Batman?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, Yasna is Batman.
Yasna pays for a span-read fax machine.
Yeah,
basically,
pretty much.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, okay, yeah. So Ivory's very interesting. Ivory is basically... Wait, is Ivory the one that says that, like, his people would have, like, killed her to stop him bonding her?
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
The Spren are fucking crazy. Crazy,
because
murderous psychopaths. Is Yasna's mom's name
Yasna
Martha?
did murder people in Crime Alley.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Also, Yasna was there the night that her father was assassinated.
True.
Yeah. Now, granted, Navani's still alive, but I don't know.
But is Martha.
Yasna is a billionaire playboy philanthropist who is an atheist.
And hot. She's
and hot.
Really hot, yeah.
Yasna is Batman.
Yasna's Batman.
Guys.
Oh, God.
Na 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 Yasna.
It's kind of great, actually.
And so the chapter ends with my least favorite writing convention of all time. I understand why writers do it. I don't want you to think that this is a complaint. I do completely understand why writers do it, but it is my least favorite writing convention of all time. And it is
we should tell them.
We're going to be in the POV of a character who has information, who is going to talk about whether or not they should reveal the information that they have that the audience doesn't have, and then they're going to not do it. And look, I get why writers do it. I totally do. Useful. One day when I write a book, I might use it, and then I'll eat my own words. But it is, without a doubt, my least favorite writing convention. I don't mind it if we're not in their head, right? I only dislike it when it is from the POV of a character going, should I reveal this very important information that's going to change everything in this book? And another character who also has that information goes, I don't think you should. That would be very dangerous. Mm-hmm. And they go, all right, maybe later. And I'm like, I know I'm reading a book, but you don't have to stop the book to tell me that I'm reading a book.
Yeah.
And, again, totally understand why it's here.
We also find out that Yasna maybe, like, lost her mind as a kid for a bit. Which is the
because
craziest...
her family didn't stand up for her or something.
What?
It has something to do with her family failing her in some way. And I need so much fucking context before I'm able to understand what the fuck this means. Because later on with Dalinar's flashbacks, we get like, yeah, Yasna's like finally back to herself or something like that. And I was like, what could this possibly be?
Yeah.
Because it allowed her to, she still loves her family, but even with her family, she keeps them at arm's length a little bit. And so, like, what could that possibly be that as a child she would be like, I'm never going to fully trust them again?
I didn't get that from this. So maybe I'm going to have to go back and read that.
Isn't that kind of what it said?
I don't think it had anything to do with her family. Grace, thank you for that super chat. We have not been Duned yet. Dune is actually different than Batman. Yasna is not Paul Atreides.
This book doesn't feel like Dune to me at all.
No,
because if
nice.
It is Dune, the weird thing is if this is Dune, then like Moash is Paul Atreides. We have been Duned.
We have.
Moash is Lisan al-Gaib.
You know what? You're right.
My god. And that makes Dalinar the Emperor, the God King Emperor.
Oh, man.
Which he kind of is up on Urithiru. We've been fucking Duned again.
Everything is Dune.
Oh my god, that makes Kaladin, Dave Bautista.
Sure.
Or Callus Fade Routha? Yeah.
No.
I wasn't even giving him Fade. I was saying the other one.
Oh my god.
That's so funny. No, Amaram is Dave Bautista.
Oh, okay. Moash al-Gaib!
Moash al-Gaib, that's a t-shirt.
Yeah.
No one would understand it.
No.
But we're like, Moash al-Gaib.
Yeah. Nobody gets it. Oh my god.
In a blue, it's just a blue jacket with the, like, patch ripped off.
Does that mean Leilwi or whatever her name is
Leshwi?
Leshwi is,
Oh my god, she's fucking Zendaya.
No, I was gonna say the guy.
Oh, she's,
so bad.
What's his name?
So,
Grabe? Kaladin is Duncan, Idaho. That's so funny.
Please, oh my god.
What is his name?
What is his name? He's like so hyper religious.
That's so funny.
Fuck. Anyways, it's fine. It's funny.
That's so funny. Moash al-Gaib might be a shirt that I make.
Yeah, I kind of dig that.
Oh, maybe Adolin is Duncan, Idaho. Except Adolin never met... No. Kaladin has to be Duncan, Idaho because...
Stilgar! Thank you!
Adolin has to be Josh Brolin. Gunny. Adolin is Gunny. Dalinar's the God Emperor.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to 48 Rhythm of Work.
Moash is pulling a
Moash
cart.
al-Gaib.
Yeah.
He's playing a skid, no wheels, because there aren't enough wheels.
They don't have enough wheels to go around.
And
he sees a bunch of Parshendi who are just being, like, literally abused and whipped. Like, everyone else is fine, you know. Yeah. He's like, this ain't too bad of a gig. We get fed well, you know, they don't abuse us. Except for this one group of Parshendi who just get the shit kicked out of them all the time.
Because they are the people Kaladin hung out with. And when Kaladin finds out about this, he's going to be like, even with the Parshendi, I'm a fucking curse to the people around me.
Yeah.
And so Moash is like, how they're supposed to be better than us. They're supposed to save us from the bullshit that we've pulled. Yeah,
humans suck, so the Parshendi can't suck. And so he goes over there, and he just fucking punches the dude who's whipping, the other Parshendi.
Yeah.
And it's like, what is wrong with you? Get out of here. And they freak out, because they don't know how to deal. They're new to this. They're like a week old, guys.
Yeah, because he's like, be better.
Yeah, you can't.
Be a better slave master.
You're being like a human right now.
But he doesn't try and escape. He's like, you have to be a better slave master to me. And then he starts doing the work again.
Yeah.
And you're like, this feels...
And then he starts singing
Do you look down?
Oh, I was going to say You Better Work Bitch by Britney Spears.
Don't look 'em in the eye.
God damn it.
Yeah. It's really, like...
They don't whip the parchment anymore, though, so...
Yeah, I mean, he solves it. They also don't punish him, interestingly. Because Leshwi's watching him like, interesting.
This one's got spunk.
Look, it's really hard to read the Moash stuff because it, like, is, like, emotionally devastating.
Yeah.
It's so interesting.
It's very well done.
It's so good, though. Like, it's so rich.
Yeah.
And yet, you know, what I was like, I want to spend more time with the parchment. I've been, like, desperate for 2 books to be like, I want to know more about the parchment. I don't care so much about the people. Yeah. And now that we're spending time with the parchment, I'm like, yeah, this is the shit that I wanted, and it's great.
Yeah. 100%.
I want the best for Moash. I am Team Moash. I want not his worldview, but his redemption. I'm very interested in Moash's
I definitely
long-term
understand
goals
Moash.
And, like, life.
Because I'm like, yeah, people suck, man. Yeah. We get another Dalinar flashback of Dalinar using Fire Moss.
Yeah.
Okay, if you didn't think that Dalinar was an addict before, well, oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
We really get it hammered into us now. He hates not killing people. He wants to be killing people.
Which, same, honestly.
Sure, yeah. You know, it just sucks when you can sit around and not kill people when you could instead be out there killing people, right?
Yeah.
So he, like, is in this, like, dingy place, and there's, like, a fight going on that people are, like, betting on, and suddenly the opponent, is unable to fight because of stomach problems, and Dalinar is like, you know what?
He's got hot girl stomach.
Yeah, he's got a hot girl stomach. So, Dalinar is like, you know what? I'll fight.
And so he goes, ah!
Just full, like, Hulk Hogan's out and jumps into the ring. And the guy is like, no.
He's
Please,
like, no.
for the love of God.
Because Dalinar has been fighting in the bars. And Dalinar's like, yeah, you guys told me everything was fine, right? And they're like, well, no, we said nobody died.
Yeah, no one is dead.
You did break a guy's
paralyzed.
legs. You paralyzed another person.
One of them is completely incoherent. You broke his brain.
He can't talk anymore.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, they're not fine then. And they're like, you're like the prince. Like, there's not a lot we can do. Yeah. And it was really interesting. Like, I loved this concept of, like, Dalinar really struggling in a world of privilege.
Yeah.
Right? Like, his privilege is so strong that he's able to give over to the thrill, which is just odium giving you a boner.
Bad. Definitely very much bad. No good.
But...
he's also, like...
If these people are all just scared of him because they're like, well,
he's surrounded by people who cannot talk to him without him being like he's like their high prince, he's their lord. Like he has no actual friends who can be honest with him and hold him accountable. Yeah, because he's the Blackthorn. Anyways, Evie is giving birth.
Yeah, they're like, oh, by the way, there's an emergency with doctors, and he's like, oh my god. I'm going to be a dad. So he goes home.
And then we get this honestly, like, really beautiful section where Dalinar's entire, like, worldview is flipped on its head by having a child. And...
for, like, a year.
Well... Here's the thing. I think...
Actually, not even a year. Almost immediately he goes back to being the Black One. But in this moment...
I don't actually think that this one is his fault because... Gavilar is like, I need you to go fight. And he has that moment of like, I actually, like, for the first time in my life, I felt like I didn't need to do that. And now I am immediately being put in the position to do that. And so he falls back into old habits so easily. Yeah. But he doesn't choose them. Like, he doesn't seek it out. It's just really bad timing from Gavilar.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it kind of, like, feels bad.
And so, Dalinar is sent to... this is where Dalinar asks about Yasna's lunacy, which is the term that's used. But Gavilar's like, she's recovering.
Yeah.
The fuck happened?
Yeah, something happened.
So Dalinar is not sent to the Rift, there's a problem in the Rift, where the boy that Dalinar didn't kill is now a High Prince. But instead, he's being sent to go conquer Herdaz, which is great. Let's go.
Gotta make a show of strength.
Do bad violence things. Chapter 50, Shash 37, which is a date.
Oh, I thought it was like the slave brand, and so I was very confused. Like the Shash brand?
I thought Shash was one of the months.
Is it?
No. Yeah, Chloe Root, he does go off and do 4 years of casual colonialism while ignoring his children. Right, classic. Shash is the brand. Why did I think it was the date? What are the months in Roshar? Is there also a month named months?
I don't know.
In Roshar.
Shash is a glyph and the months are named after them.
Oh, see, when I read Shash 37, I assumed it's the 6th month of the year. I assumed that was the 37th day of Shash, which would also be known as No, it'd be Shasha Khan. Every day of the month has a name in the year. Brandon Sanderson, this is a nightmare.
Oh, this is the room that the Herald was held in. That's why that's the chapter name.
Oh,
okay. So he was in room slave number 37.
This is the calendar on Roshar. Every day of the year has its own name. So instead of having like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they have like the first week of Nan, which is the 2nd month of the year, goes Nanas, Nanases, Nanasan, Nanasak, Nanasev, Nanasa. And then the next week is Nananes, Nananan, Nanana, Nananev, Nanana. And then the third
Mana.
week is Nanachas, Nanachan, Nanachach, Nanachev, Nanacha. And then the fourth week is Nanaves, Nanavan, Nanavach, Nanavev, Nanava. This is an insane calendar. This would be such a nightmare to learn as a small child.
Yeah, I hate it. What kind of song would you make?
Although I do love that the fourth month is Chach. And so when it's like the third week of Chach is Cha-Cha-Chach. And so the days of the week are Cha-Cha-Chachas, Cha-Cha-Cha-Chan, Cha-Cha-Cha-Chach, Cha-Cha-Cha-Chev, and Cha-Cha-Cha-Cha.
Wait, actually?
Yeah, I'm not joking. Cha-Cha-Chach.
Why? Oh my god,
The final day of Chach is Cha-Cha-Cha.
That's awful. That is actually heinous.
This is hilarious.
That is a crime. That is a crime against humanity.
The month of Shash is also hilarious because you have like Sha-Sha-Sha.
Wow.
It is the day. It is. Good morning. What day is it? It's Sha-Sha-Sha, sir.
Wow. Happy
I'm sorry,
Shabbat to you.
Batebatev. Welcome. Tomorrow is Batebatev. What are you doing on Batabashev?
Wow.
What about Kakaka? Kakakak. Kakakev. Kakatev. Kakabev.
Cock-a-bev. Just means like chug a beverage.
Like, what?
You know? I'm gonna cock-a-bev.
Some of these are like 11 letters long. Tanadashach. That's... Just call it fucking Tuesday. What is with this?
Samantha, thank you for that super chat.
Cha-cha-cha-cha.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, guys. I am not ready for cha-cha-cha-cha when I have to go to my cha-cha class down at the cha-cha center.
Wow. Yeah. That's absurd.
I'm gonna put out an audiobook, and it's just me reading this.
Please.
Jessis, Jessises, Jessisan, Jessisak, Jessisev, Jessisa, Jessisan, Jessanis, Jessananon.
You could take this and make a dubstep beat out of it. You know what I mean? Like, remix. Like, cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha.
What are we going to do with Palahan? Do you have any plans for Palashashan? What about Palashashak?
Oh my god.
What about Shashashashasha?
Wow.
I'm sorry, this is so funny.
That's incredible. Code 76, thank you for that super chat. Oh, you're just gonna scroll over a minute.
Roshar calendar is still easier than learning Finnish.
If you say so, I will take your word for it.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Okay, so on Josh 37, Kaladin is getting better at flying other people. As he's
just practicing juggling people in the air.
Yeah. Also, in the epitaph it says, we should also instruct that you should not return to Obradai. We have claimed that world, and a new avatar of our being is being manifest there. I think the shards can re-manifest, which is very interesting.
I
don't know what's going on.
Genuinely, these...
It's a letter to Hoyd, though, so I think that Obradai is like a young god that is being told to not let Hoyd fuck around on their planet.
Yeah.
Which is very funny. So Dalinar, Navani, they're flying around. Kaladin is showing off a little bit, and they go to the war camps, and they go to the place where Talalala was kidnapped from Shash 37.
Well, first, we do get a response from Queen Fen.
Right.
Says she's going to come see you with you, so that's a big step forward. That is great.
To go into a dream by herself, and she was like, you know what? Haven't seen that.
She comes out of the dream and is like, fuck.
Blimbus says, thank you for that super chat. Would really like to stick around, but it's almost 1 a.m., so here's one last step towards the goal. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You guys, the goal is a joke.
Did not,
but you are too sweet.
Yeah.
And we genuinely appreciate you all. I'm so sorry there will not be book club till the 18th. It's 15 days with no book club.
I know, I'm so sorry.
Please don't go crazy like Yasna did.
Please get some sleep. Take care of yourself, okay?
It's not a joke to me.
We are... Well, you know, you helped us get to 37 out of 50.
What do you want for dinner tonight?
Pretty dang good. I asked you earlier.
I don't know. If we're ordering, it's different. If we're not...
I don't know. There's...
We don't want you to starve.
Well, thank you. I feel very taken care of.
It's the only way us mods get fed.
You're right. Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Although we do stream in the basement now, so where are the mods gonna go?
in that creepy room where we keep the doors.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
I took a bunch of doors off the
doors
hinges.
on one side, mods
so
on the other.
doors and mods in one room. Absolutely. Yeah. Chris, thank you for that super chat. Is the reading section longer for the extra break?
No. Because we don't actually have more time.
We don't have more time.
We have, we're very busy. I'm opening a musical.
I will be in Calgary with his family.
It's going to be a crazy 2 weeks. It's not like a...
Yeah. It's, no. So no. The answer is no.
Yeah.
As, as much as I would really love to, get into more of this book, there is just simply no way.
Well, and I open a musical on the 14th, so I have tech. So I'm going to be spending all day at the theater.
Literally all day.
So I can't do audiobook reactions. It's just a whole thing. And also, we have to prepare for Heroes Without Borders, 8-stream charity event coming November 20th to December 13th.
Every Wednesday and Friday.
28 content creators coming together to fight Vecna.
Hell yeah.
If we raise $20,000 before the final stream, I will paint myself purple and do the final stream as Vecna, which I think means that I'm going to have to be shirtless and painted purple from the hips up.
Yeah, that'll work. Or we'll get you a purple mesh bodysuit and just paint your arms. We'll leave your fingers though, because you're gonna have to run stuff. Or maybe you can do gloves.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll
figure that out.
We'll make you up. If we hit $100,000, you promised a tattoo. So.
I will get a tattoo within reason, chosen by chat.
Within reason.
Well, I'm not gonna get something that's if chat was we're gonna vote for you to get a sacred Indian tattoo that means a lot within
oh my god, yeah.
In India that other people would be offended by. Obviously, I'm not going to go with that.
Yeah.
It has to be something that no one is going to be wildly offended by.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And one of the goals. No, we can't spoil. We're gonna announce goals. I want to properly announce goals, so I'm not gonna say anything.
Get the Rasharan calendar tattooed on your back.
Please no.
No, it can't be bigger than that.
Yeah.
Because I am still an actor. I'm not ruining my whole career on this.
Yeah, you gotta cover it up. But yeah, we are playing a lot of D&D for charity, and we're really, really excited about it. So please go subscribe to. I dropped the link. Roleplay Relay. YouTube.com/roleplay relay. I appreciate y'all. Chris. Thank you for that super chat. Almost 1 month till Wind and Truth. Yep. She's coming up fast. We'll get there eventually.
Yep. 5 Moons, thank you for that super chat. So final stream is Grimace. Got it, basically, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna make up Nerdy as Grimace. It's gonna be great.
I do have a show the next morning at 1 or at 10:15. So I'm really hoping the purple comes off.
Well, you're an Oompa Loompa, so.
Oompa Loompa Doompity Doo.
Just get the last clap art. It's just Dalinar's butt cheeks with a sword in between them.
But on my ass. That would be very funny.
Oh my god. Anyways.
Grimace is Vecna. Yeah, we get, they go to the place where Talanala disappeared from, and they find the fucking little blow dart, and Kaladin touches it oh, that's poison. And I'm like, damn, Kaladin.
He's very familiar with Blackbane. Yeah.
Yeah. And so he's like, why didn't you take better care of this guy? And I was like, dude, I don't know, man. There was a lot going on.
Yeah.
Do you not remember when there were 2 storms at the same time? Shit was crazy.
I also love that Dalinar goes to summon his Shardblade, and the Stormfather's like, excuse me, the fuck do you think you're doing? And he's like, I'm sorry, it was habit. I didn't mean anything by it. Okay, I'm sorry. Gets very offended. But yeah, they realize they've lost the Herald, which definitely is gonna be real sad. But someone cut in from the outside with a Shardblade. And
so it could be fucking anybody, because there's so many.
Amaranth.
Remember when we thought there were going to be 10 Shardblades?
Yeah. No,
and now everyone and their mother has a Shardblade.
Yeah.
Lopin's mom probably has a Shardblade.
Yeah, 100%. Chapter 51, Full Circle, is back to Moash. All right, they're on their way to Kholinar. They're chilling, they're resting. And he's kind of surprised the Fuse aren't just destroying everything on their way. But they're actually taking the land and using it for themselves. They're kind of not really here to destroy. They're there to take for themselves.
Rustbus, we know that Amram didn't, but Dalinar doesn't know that.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, Dalinar will maybe figure it out eventually.
Probably at the time when it is most Dramatic for the plot.
Yeah. Moash is like, oh yeah, casually killed a fused to the other parshmen, and they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they're like building siege equipment to go siege Kolinar, like.
And we find out, much to the laughter of Moash, that he will be running a ladder at the wall.
Yeah.
And so he is a bridgeman once more.
Full circle. For sure.
Yeah. And mid-chapter, weirdly, this was weird. Because it's the only time it happens in this whole part. But we change POVs to Shallan in this chapter.
Uh-huh.
I don't understand why this isn't just a different chapter.
Maybe it was like, I have too many chapters.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
It was one of those moments where I was like, oh, I think we might switch POVs like within Urithiru, but switching POVs across such a vast difference of space was just, I was like, oh.
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know if it's... I mean, the way that I could see it is maybe slightly related is that Shallan meets with Elhokar and is like, take me with you. I can be a spy. She reveals her power, her like shape-shifting powers to him. So I think it's that Shallan is going to be there for this siege. But I agree. It's a little bit of a violent jump.
Chris Hazelden, thank you for that super chat. You don't see the connection.
No.
I don't know, man. Maybe...
I'm grasping at
they're
straws.
both talking about going to Kolinar?
Yeah.
So she goes to Elhokar and is like, I can get you in.
I'm a big spy person.
And then
now.
she turns into Adolin, and he's like, oh, dope.
He's like, damn, that's hot.
That's great. And then later she goes to Yasna and is like, he wanted me. I don't know what to tell you. And Yasna's like, I'm going to go talk to him.
Yeah, that
and
seems
Shallan's
weird.
like, oh, fuck, I didn't think about the fact that you guys are brother and sister and might chat.
I do often forget that they're brother and sister. Because
really?
we've never, like, seen them really interact at all, ever. Like, not once.
Yeah, that's good for Elhokar. Yasna is gonna destroy that man slowly.
He learned early to not be around her when she needs something.
Who do you think Renarin learned it from?
Yeah, it was Elhokar.
It was from Elhokar. Elhokar's like, Renarin, when my sister wants something,
just don't be there.
Don't be there.
Yeah,
be
get out.
Fucking anywhere else.
Oh my god. Chapter 50.
Talon Ramel says they aren't brother and sister, they're cousins.
What? Nope.
Talon, I think you might need to read the first book.
Yeah. Yasna and Elhokar are 100% brother and sister.
She is Gavilar's daughter, and
so is Elhokar.
And so Elhokar is Gavilar. No, Elhokar is Gavilar's son.
Sorry, yeah, is
which makes them siblings.
Yes,
that's how siblings work.
That's how Elhokar is king. Actually.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes.
Renarin is the cousin. Yeah.
True, Renarin. Yes, Renarin is their cousin.
I feel like we just got so sassy for no reason.
You're talking about Adolin. Oh, because you
were
god,
like... Talon Ramel.
Shallan.
Not everything's about Adolin. You're so fucking obsessed. Just go Rule 34, search him.
It's fine. We get it.
You're so obsessed with Adolin, Talon. Jesus.
I think it's a Shallan thing. You know what I mean?
Oh my god. Talon Ramel's name is also almost symmetrical, and that is heretical to me.
Heresy!
Yeah.
No. Chapter 52, after his father.
Yeah.
After his father does what?
So Dalinar goes to a camp. He walks into a random tent, is like, this is my tent, now get the fuck out.
Pretty much.
And he's so filled with the thrill, which is very much Odium just jerking him off.
Pretty much.
Like, metaphysically.
Yeah, Odium's just over here like, yeah.
It's a cosmic reach around.
Literally.
Yeah.
And which is very considerate, but, you know, it makes people do some weird shit, you know, violent shit. And
I feel like I would get violent if I was getting a cosmic reach around from an evil god. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, all the time. Like, that's, you know, I would also do weird things. You know, we really can't blame Dalinar for that one.
Chris Hazelton, thank you so much, super chat. Sorry, last chat was gaslighting. You know what? As a fan of Gotham by Gaslight.
Gotham by Gaslight?
Yeah, it's a Elseworld story. Is it Gotham by Gaslamp? I don't know. It's a good story.
Sure.
It's basically like steampunk Batman in like 1700s London.
Oh, does he invent guns?
Invent them? No.
Oh, okay.
Renarin is a baby. Adolin is 4. Neither of them have seen their dad in a year. Renarin has never seen his father.
So Evie shows up.
Yeah.
And is like, hi, I'm here. And Dalinor's like, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? And she's like, what? Excuse me?
He is like, why are you here?
Yeah, like, she, like, physically recoils from him because he just fucking loses it for half a second.
And then she's like, Navani told me to come because you're never home and it's despicable.
Yeah, I thought you guys needed scribes and I should write for you. And also, our child's name makes no sense.
Navani's like, I am going to choose his brother and then I'm going to be a nuisance in his life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
No, but Renarin's name does make sense. Because he becomes a person who can see the future.
I know.
And so he's the one who's born unto himself.
I know, which is like, that's wild. Like that is some wild shit right there.
Fate shit. That's that fate shit that you know. My favorite.
Your favorite. Come on, that's funny.
Oh, I love it so much. Oh, give me that fate shit.
I thought it was great.
No. This isn't what I dislike about Prophecy. This is actually a great moment.
If we get a puppy, can we name it Renarin?
No.
And put glasses on him?
Okay, yeah. And then when we take the glasses off, we'd be like, oh, who is that? Who is that? That can't be Renarin. Who is that?
God damn it.
Renarin for sure watched his own conception. That's whoa.
I wonder if he can choose.
Renarin.
Though.
Oh, trolled chaos. Why would you put that in my head?
No wonder Renarin's so fucked up. He's like, nah, I've seen some shit, guys. I can't even tell you. Yeah, the Everstorm is bad, but have you ever seen your parents conceive you? That's just fucked up. Anyways, that's pretty much it. As Evie shows up and gets mad.
I would go team up with the Voidbringers like Moash. I'd be like, you know what? We need to burn this shit to the ground.
Yeah, I don't want to see that shit. Chapter 53. Such a twisted...
No. The important part of this is that Adolin is there. Yeah. And Adolin is 4. Yeah. But Adolin is sword obsessed at this age.
He's like, I'm going to win a shard blade. And Dalinor's like, don't worry, son, I'll get one for you. And he's like, no, fuck you, I'm going to get it myself.
Yeah, which I kind of like Adolin. 4-year-old Adolin's a little boss.
I know,
He's a cool little dude.
Yeah, I dig it.
But that's what after his father comes from.
Wait, is Renarin Paul Atreides? No,
because he's not with the people.
No, Renarin is
Moash
Jessica.
is Paul Atreides. He's Moash.
Renarin is Jessica.
No. Well. Actually, Renarin could be Jessica.
Yeah, or Renarin is the head of
Renarin is the three-eyed chicken. That's so funny. Wait, the three-eyed chicken is such a good joke.
Well done. Well, you get a gold star for that one.
Wait, I love Renarin the three-eyed chicken because you have to it's such a deep cut reference
on both sides.
2 different things.
Yeah.
Oh, I want a three-eyed chicken joke.
Three-eyed chicken.
I want that shirt.
The three-eyed chicken. Oh man.
Lona Boy, we will credit you, but we will not give you any money.
Yeah, we'll just give you our gratitude. That's so fun. I don't know. Here's the thing. I need someone to design it because I can't fucking draw. Yeah. But that is so funny.
So we need a Moash Al-Gaib shirt. We need a three-eyed chicken shirt.
Three-eyed chicken, and it's got to be like in the Game of Thrones font.
Yeah.
But like, okay, how would you do it? Oh man. No, it's so good. Like, it's such a deep cut joke that if you get it so hard. But if you don't, you're just like, sure.
Lona Boy, if we do make that shirt, I promise you I will send you a shirt and a hoodie.
Oh, and a hoodie.
With that on it. I will give you a free one.
We just need like an actual concept for it. But if anyone...
I like the Game of Thrones font idea, though.
Yeah, right? Because it has a very distinct font, right?
Man, okay. Three-eyed chicken's good.
But so how would you make it how would you make it... Ah, man.
No, it's literally like... It's like Renarin on one side. And then just three-eyed chicken, like, text.
No, it's not Renarin. It's just glasses. And then you have
there's like a reflection in the corner.
Yeah. There's like a light.
The light reflection is the third eye.
No, it's the lens flare.
No, but it's the third eye of the three-eyed chicken.
Oh my god. So it's glasses and a lens flare. Incredible.
Claris's brain goes blank after the stream. That's true.
You're right, but maybe I will go back and rewatch this part.
Chapter 53, such a twisted cut. This chapter started with an image that we had read to us by the truly wonderful Michael Kramer.
My God.
That drove Clarus does not like... There's a lot of things you don't like
I don't
in
like
audiobooks.
context. Fuck context.
No, it's not context. You when the numbers really bugged you in the last one.
Yeah, because it was
This is what Michael Kramer was reading.
Yeah, why would you read that? That makes no sense without, like, visual... Insane choice, okay?
Yeah.
Fuck that. That hurt, okay? That hurt me physically and emotionally.
Yeah.
it's
So
fine.
Jasna is wondering about what's the history of Yakaved for some reason. And she's going over this story of a king who was so scared about being assassinated by his family that he murdered his whole family at a feast and then ate by himself and choked to death on the food that may or may not have been his family.
No, he cooked. He lit the fire with their remains,
which is still so you seasoned your food with cannibalism.
Yeah, you smoked.
It was like a LaCroix of cannibalism.
Yeah, just a hint. Just a hint.
That's so gross.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
It's a cannibalism LaCroix. Is that a shirt? Maybe. She goes into the library, which doesn't have any information in it. So why is it a library? And we find out that the hallway the Unmade ran down does have an exit. And so it does seem like the Midnight Mommy has fully fled this mountain.
Yeah.
Because they've got people going through those tunnels. They haven't run into her at all. And so Jasna is, thinking about how she's done a really good job stemming off assassination attempts from outside the family. But what's she going to do about an assassination attempt from inside the family? No clue. Gonna have to figure that out at a later date.
Yeah.
Then we find out that her friends, this is where we meet Jochi and Ethid, who are basically like her fellow students when she was a student. And they're now like a threesome of little information wenches.
Yeah.
And
they have like a little gay cult going on.
Jochi is pretending to be a woman.
Because otherwise he can't read and write.
Yeah, because he would get in trouble for reading.
Yeah.
And so they're basically just like a trio of wonderful queers. And I love them.
It's great.
I want more from Jochi, Ethid, and Jasna.
Yeah, Jasna has fully set up a Spanreed chat room for them, and it's fucking brilliant.
Chris Hazelin, thank you for that super chat. I wish I knew that no one commissioned tight butts. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, honestly. That's okay. I mean...
The limit is 4, though, and we only had 3.
Is it 4 or 5?
No, the limit is 4 a week.
Is it?
There was only 3 commissioned this week.
Yeah. Missed opportunity. Gotta be in the Discord, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. And so, so Jochi and Ethid, they report a bunch of shit. They know where Nail is. They relate about Lift. And Jasna takes a break. She goes over to Shallan and Navani. And Renarin is like looking weird at the wall.
And then Amaram shows up.
Yeah.
And Jasna delivers the best Yo Mama joke of all time.
Yeah.
It is like
when
next
you were
level.
in the womb, he's like, my mother did everything to make sure that I'm the greatest soldier on Roshar. And Jasna's like, yeah, your mom had as many military men come in her while you were in there hoping that their semen would make you a better military man. Burn.
Is like
ended his life.
Literally ruined. And
ended
he's like,
his life.
Whore. Like that's his best comeback. I'm like, oh man, Amaram, you lost.
Bitch.
You lost that one. This was hilarious. I was like, sorry, is this Jasna talking or is this Shallan?
Yeah.
Because Jasna all the time is like, Shallan, you have to not, be so sharp with people. You have to be smarter about it. And Jasna's like, no, fuck that. Amaram is the exception. We fucking hate that guy.
Well, she's actually like, maybe I'll have him assassinated.
Yeah, she deals with her problems, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that something would stick. It was the wording. Yeah, it was incredible.
So he goes to summon his shard blade, which takes 10 heartbeats, But she's a goddamn radiant, so she doesn't need that shit.
Yeah, she's like, give me a fucking reason to turn you into fire right now.
And so he runs away like a little bitch.
Yeah, she's like, you don't know, I murdered 3 people in an alley in front of Shallan, and it was spectacular. I could do it again.
Yeah, and also he's like, I'm the best soldier in Roshar. And I'm like, bitch, Adolin exists.
Yeah.
Kaladin also exists, but Kaladin's a radiant, so I don't know that counts.
Sure.
Like, sure. Adolin does not have superpowers and is better than you.
Yeah.
So he leaves, and Shallan is like, that was amazing. That was the greatest thing
like,
I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my god.
Also, I need to go. I'm going to work with Elhokar. And she's like, I'm going to go talk to him about that. But Renarin is being weird. And he's fucking like the Sherlock Holmes of this world. Yeah,
suddenly he just pokes the wall and a drawer appears.
Turns out, the information is in the library.
Yeah.
It's just in fucking gemstone recordings. It's kind of like in Wheel of Time when they found the Kindle.
Yeah, literally.
Spoilers, I guess, for a joke that we made during the Wheel of Time streams.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
They don't find a Kindle. But
kind of.
If you were there, you know, and if you weren't, you don't understand what I'm saying. And so Renarin has found the library, and we don't really get what that means, but we will eventually get some library time, I think.
100%.
There's only 3 more chapters, so we didn't really get a lot of the we didn't spend time with this, but it's a really cool idea.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I love Jochi and Aphid, and I want more of them.
Yes, please.
Chapter 54, An Ancient Singer's Names. This is the craziest epitaph of the whole series.
Yeah.
Because it ends... even before the I think. I was like, why is Michael Kramer doing his Sazed voice?
Wait, what?
If you listen to Hero of Ages, like I did, you're very familiar with Michael Kramer doing the Sazed voice. And this epitaph is him doing the Sazed voice.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I would have thought before attaining my current station that a deity could not be surprised. Obviously, this is not true. I can be surprised. I can even be naive, I think. And so suddenly, we're doing fucking Sazed shit in this book.
Okay.
Crazy. I don't really understand the context of this.
So that sucks, because I listened to a lot of this section, but I read the last couple, and I read this one, so I didn't even...
I think didn't give it away to you? Because the context of it feels...
But with the voice, it might have. I don't know.
It was I would have thought before attaining my current station that a deity could not be surprised. Obviously, this is not true. I can be surprised. Well, I was like, oh, it's Sazed. Because what other god have we seen attain godhood in the series, right? So, like, are we really connecting the Cosmere pretty quick here? I figured Stormlight wouldn't do that until, like, second half of Stormlight, like 6 through 10. But it seems like we're doing it much faster than I think.
Interesting. Okay, interesting. Wow. Good catch.
I mean, it wasn't that hard. It was so, like, Michael Kramer has a Sazed voice. No, if you're listening to it, you're like, oh my god, it's Sazed.
Fuck, I should have listened to
Michael
this part.
Kramer is a very talented audiobook guy, though, because I was like, oh, Sazed.
Yeah, okay. Damn.
So, Moash is working on ladders.
Yep. Sa and Ken, the Parshendi, are upset about being treated like slaves because how the fuck were they supposed to know that Kaladin was a false god? Which, like, fair?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And so Moash is also, like, upset. And he goes into town and demands to talk to whoever's in charge. And they take him to Lady Leshwi. They literally fly him into the air to go talk with Parshendi God. And they honestly, they have, like, a chill little conversation. And
we find out that Moash is an old Parshendi name.
Yeah.
Or singer name. I don't know what to call them, but...
yeah, probably singers, I guess. No, they say Parshendi, so I don't think that they are adverse to the term Parshendi, but I could be wrong.
Know.
I could be wrong.
And so the conversation is really fascinating.
Like, yeah, she's like, I'm one of the sane ones, so I, get to be in charge. That's
what the
fun.
fuck was happening in hell?
Nothing good.
And he spared her. She spared him, Moash, because he was passionate.
Well, because he killed her.
Mm-hmm.
But it was
the passion that made her like, ooh.
Yeah, because we find out later that odium is actually the god of, like, emotions, and if they serve odium, then, like, emotion, including passion, would be a plus.
Yeah. They're trying to find humans that are on Team Odium. And is Dalinar going to end up being one of those in the later book? Maybe. Maybe. He's a passionate dude.
Maybe.
Passionate man.
Maybe.
He's basically, with chemistry, he's like, I don't deserve shards. I wasn't that mad you took them. I didn't deserve them. Didn't know how to use them.
Yeah.
Also, humans don't deserve to rule.
Yeah,
And
I just want revenge.
Well, then what are you passionate about? And he's like, revenge.
She's like, all right, that I can work with, actually.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
And so he goes back to Saw and the other Parshmen that are being tortured because Kaladin saved their lives. And he's like, I can teach you how to use the spear because Kaladin taught me.
Hell yeah.
And so he's creating Bridge 4B.
Bridge 4B, yes.
Who I think will be members of Bridge 4 by next book. I think R'laine is not going to be alone for long.
Oh.
Because we go to R'laine.
Okay.
We also continue with Sazed's letter. He's like, I am the least equipped of all to aid you in this endeavor. I'm finding that the powers I hold are in such conflict that the most simple of actions can be difficult. Because he is both ruin and preservation.
Yeah.
And so he's struggling. Sazed is not having a good time. Bridge 4.2.
Yeah. Interesting. Wow, I'm going to have to go reread this now thinking that it says it. Because I was like, I don't fucking... These don't make sense to me, but now, fuck.
Do you think that the...
God damn it.
Do you think that Parshendi, Parshmen... So if odium is passion, do you think that it is a bastardization of that?
Like passion men?
Parsh.
Maybe. It could be.
Something like that? Like there's a connection there linguistically?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's possible.
R'laine is in Narak attuning to the rhythm of the lost because they're building a human city on top of a listener city, which is built on top of a ruin of an old city. And so it's like, I'm not that sad about it, because, like, these ruins are going to outlive all of us. But I'm a little sad about it.
Yeah.
And so everyone is flying. He is not allowed to consume Stormlight and become Windrunner.
No, I don't think he can. I think he's tried.
No, this is like, he's not, like, allowed to. Him and Dauber aren't allowed to. Dauber because he's crazy, and they're worried about that. And R'laine because they're worried that if he does connect, he'll become a fused. And so he's, like, been, like, boxed out of it.
Oh, I thought he just, like, couldn't and had no interest.
I think that he's going to later on.
Interesting.
But I think right now they're worried. David, not Dauber. Thank you, Ty.
Right.
I think that they are, I think that they're, like, being a little worried that
he might accidentally turn because they don't understand that he has to accept.
Yeah.
Because they don't know how it
Roshar
works.
doesn't have consent. And so R'laine is just real sad. He's sitting there being a little
rough time.
lonely boy.
He's the last of the listeners.
And
nobody gets it. And he's feeling like an outsider.
And so Bridgeford gather around. They all come. They stop flying. They come down and they make a little pot circle to sit on. And we get to the real important questions of the book, which is it gay for Renarin to learn to read? Sorry, not gay, because Drahe's gay. Is it
feminine?
Womanly? And then Kaladin is like, wait, what the fuck are we talking about? Drahe, you want to marry a dude.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah. But being gay is actually...
Is super manly.
Is so manly, because you actually don't want to be around women at all.
No women allowed.
Which is like the manliest thing ever, to not want to be around late chicks, Kaladin.
Yeah, Kaladin just doesn't get it.
I'm not gonna lie. This is all very funny. It felt a little forced to me.
I thought it was hilarious.
I think the joke works really well.
Yeah.
The like gathering in a circle, it felt a little forced, just a little bit to me. But it is very funny. Mm-hmm. We also get Kaladin being like, "What do you guys complain about womanly? We're gonna have female windrunners.
Yeah.
Lynn can fly.
Yeah. Sigil can read.
Yeah.
That's different. It's a different language. Kaladin's like, I can read glyphs. And like, wow, well, that's different. You're just reading pictures. Like, it's
And Kaladin's like, stop being stupid. We're literally changing the world, okay?
Yeah.
We're dark eyes who are becoming light eyes. Shit's fucked.
We can fucking read.
Let's not be weird to Renarin because Renarin is gonna learn how to read, all right?
Yeah.
We need to like...
He's not becoming a woman. He's just learning how to read.
Yeah. It's a funny little scene.
It's great.
Maybe a little forced, but the comedy of it works.
Yeah.
And Kaladin goes over to Relaine after everyone goes off, and is like, hey, are you okay? And Relaine's like, no. And Kaladin's like, I know, man. And Relaine's like, do you? Do you know? And Kaladin's like, maybe not.
It's like, no, but I would like to listen to you.
Do you want to just tell me? Like, I want to know. Like, I
Can
care about you, brother.
show me?
And that's where it stops. Is Relaine...
Yeah, we don't get the iteration, but like...
Which sucks, because I would have loved to have that conversation, but...
Yeah, but...
We get Sazed part 4, which is, I am also made uncertain by your subterfuge. Why have you not made yourself known to me before this? How is it you can hide? Who are you truly? And how do you know so much about Adonalcium? Is that the 12th metal? The 13th metal? Adamantium and Adonalcium?
Sure.
Is fucking Lestabornis gonna be burning that shit?
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Mistborn Era 2?
Yeah, sure, maybe. Fucking...
So Dalinar and Navani are in the Recreants. Dalinar is quickly getting better at his powers because he can grab people with their hands and take them into a vision without a high storm. So Dalinar is getting better at this really quick.
Yeah, okay, but he holds Navani's like free hand, and then he reaches across Yasna to hold her free hand as well.
Yeah. He's not going to touch his
He can't.
daughter's safe hand.
But like, what?
Or his
I'm
niece's
just like
safe
imagining they're standing in a row, and it's just like you have to like literally reach across the person to grab the other hand. Like it's...
Yeah.
Why didn't he just put Navani on this side and grab Navani's safe hand?
In public?
Oh my god.
With people watching?
Jesus Christ.
You're disgusting.
Why don't they all just hold hands like this?
This
like...
isn't a fucking strip club, Clarus. That's a safe hand, and there are ardents watching them. How dare you suggest that Dalinar, the High King of the Urethra, would grab his wife's safe hand in public? Who do you think you are?
I mean,
what is this, easier?
Down in front of the Stormfather, so like...
Everybody fucks in front of their spren.
That's
normal.
I just like picturing it in my head looks so stupid, like reaching across the person for their other hand.
Grace Hazel, thank you for the super chat. Hentai. I can't believe we're at 44. This is so stupid.
Thank you for that super chat. I cannot believe that we did the dumbest thing possible and y'all were like, bet.
Yeah. I'm disappointed in my wife. Just to be clear, on behalf of the Nerdy Wordy Book Club, Nerdy, me, does not stand by my wife's opinion that Dalinar should be touching his wife's safe hand in public. That is beyond disgusting. And I will be speaking with the other Republicans about banning
we don't do
such language
sex over
from
here?
women's mouths in the next Congress under Donald Trump. Donald Trump cares about safe hand protection.
You look so uncomfortable saying
You
that.
know it. You know in your heart Donald Trump will protect your safe hands women whether you like it or not.
Yeah, whether you like it or not. Don't you forget. Jesus Christ. You know what? I am really sorry that you were upset by my actions. Do you have a ukulele anywhere by chance?
No. Yeah, upstairs. James Ross, thank you for his super chat.
Thank
you
you,
found
James
$2.
Me too. I found it here in chat. Thank you, James Ross, for that toonie.
Yeah. So he's in that dream, and he,
oh my god.
Chris Hazelin, thank you for that super chat. But she has her safe hand exposed.
What are you talking about?
Clarus, how fucking dare you?
I don't wear gloves. Okay?
How dare you? You're disgusting. Oh, this is why we're demonetized. It's not the raunchy language.
No, it's definitely because of my phalanges.
Guillermo Barros, thank you for that super chat.
Thank you so much.
Syl seemed pretty excited about watching and shouting encouragement, didn't she? Oh, God, yeah.
I think that was Kaladin imagining her doing that, but I think that she would be very enthusiastic.
I definitely want more people to watch Kaladin have sex.
Remaku, welcome to the Nerds Radio.
Just all of Bridge 4 there cheering him on.
Oh my god. No.
Paladin,
No.
you
It's not
airsick
Bridge 4.
lowlander.
It's all of Bridge 4's Spren will gather around whoever's fucking that night. They're just gonna go be like, all right, whose turn is it, guys? We're gonna just cheer them on. Like,
oh god. So Dalinar.
I said burn.
So Dalinar is in this vision, and he can feel the pain of the dying Spren around him.
Yeah, wow.
And Yanagon is like, look, dude, because they're watching the one where they put the shard blades in the ground. Yanagon is like, look, man, I get it. I'm the Prime. I need you to know how little that matters. I'm not shit.
Yeah.
They treat me like an inconvenience. And
they just
Dalinar's
needed
like
someone who would be okay being assassinated.
Dalinar's like, you're not shit yet. But one day you will be the shit. Dalinar's also like, shit. I am telling you all of this because maybe I'm not the person to lead and maybe it should be you. And Yanagon, who is 12, is like, you don't believe that. And Dalinar's like, no, I don't believe that.
No, I don't, but like...
That was my favorite part of the whole chapter. When he's like, you don't actually believe that. Dalinar's like, no, I don't.
Yeah.
You're right, I don't. And so Yanagon, they get to the end of the vision. Yanagon fades away. And Dalinar's like, okay, that's it. Stormfather? Storm Daddy? Storm Papa?
We getting out of here? Hello?
Stormfather?
Daddy-o!
And then out walks a man in white and gold clothing with a giant gold scepter.
It's Saruman. Literally, it's like a white and black beard. Like,
oh, yeah.
Literally. No, I literally pictured Christopher
It's just Kieran
Lee.
Hines from Rings of Power.
No, Christopher Lee from The Lord of the Rings. How fucking dare you?
He died. We can't get him. We don't want to AI him into the movie.
I pictured him in my brain. Okay, that is what I pictured. Saruman walks out and is like, "Hey, I am Odium. Nice to meet you."
And he's like, "Do you want to have a chat?" And honestly, Dalinar's like, "Yeah, I'm down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's up. Let's do it."
Yeah, sure. Let's talk. All right.
Chapter 57, Passion. We get another bit of Sazed here, who says, "If you would speak to me further, I request open honesty. Return to my lands. Approach my servants, and I will see what I can do for your quest."
I think.
Who is serving Sazed?
Everyone?
Les the Bornis?
He's God.
Mistborn Era 2, next book?
Literally God.
Because we're reading that next, right? Aren't we doing Mistborn Era 2, then we're doing... Or are we doing Rhythm of War, then Mistborn Era 2? I can't remember. Arazu knows. I just do what Arazu says.
Yeah.
What? I do.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I think we might be doing Mistborn next, but maybe I'm wrong.
It says that as God. It's gonna be fun. Odium.
Anyways.
He sits down and Dalinar is like, I'm gonna stand. And so he's like, Odium, you're a monster for killing honor. And Odium's like, haven't you killed people you respected because you felt like you had to in the moment and it was like the best for everything, but like in another world you wouldn't have killed them? And Dalinar's like, yeah.
Fuck. Got
like,
me there.
So fucking many people, dude. I'm the best at killing people that I respect.
The best, yeah.
And Odium's like, okay, so chill the fuck out. Let's just chat, dude.
Yeah.
Why are you so passionate? Oh, wait. It's because you're fucking mine, bitch.
Oh my god. Chris, thank you for that super
Chris,
chat.
can we fair too? Chris is like half responsible for us hitting this goal.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. Hey, someone's gotta do the work.
So Odium is basically like, dude, you and I are like the same person.
Yeah, we get one another.
And Dalinar's like, I'm not like that anymore.
Yeah, I grew up.
Mm-hmm. And so Dalinar's like, why did the knights bend in their oaths? And Odium doesn't say anything. And Dalinar's like, well, let's have a champion challenge. Your champion versus mine. And Odium's like, nah, I don't need that.
I'm good. Actually, you're
gonna let me go.
Yeah.
At one point,
I accidentally almost freeze him. Yeah.
And Dalinar's like, yeah, why don't you just leave? And he's like, is that you freeing me from my bondage? Dalinar's like, no. Takesies, backsies.
No.
My fingers were crossed behind my back.
Yeah. Baby Balrock, thank you for that super chat. And Blimbos, thank you as well for that super chat. Guys, we hit 50.
Dal and Odium have a super chat.
Tonight. Let's go. Let's
get dinner. Clap, 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 clap.
What are we having for dinner, chat? What we doing?
Should we have what chat says?
Goal!
Should we just eat whatever chat wants us to eat?
I mean, we could if we could find it. I don't know. It depends.
Blackthorn Booty Clap is the Rasharn BBC. That's funny.
Blackthorn Booty Clap.
We had ramen last night, but I guess we're having ramen again.
We did have ramen.
Milk steak?
The fuck is milk steak?
The fuck is milk steak?
What?
Steak already comes from cows.
I am also glad we get to eat tonight. Feels nice.
What the fuck is a milk steak?
I have no idea. Taco Bell? Absolutely not.
No, we can't have Taco Bell.
I have never consumed, nor will I ever consume
Skittles?
Taco Bell.
No, we are done with Halloween candy.
Yeah.
Hessian food, so just Chipotle?
I can't eat
Milk steak is an old meme? Oh, okay.
Oh, sure. I don't know what that is.
Oh, It's Always Sunny. I think I've seen that episode. Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons, that's basically just a sandwich.
Ooh, pho's not a bad option.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Steak cooked in yak milk is delicious. You know what, Tithanisk? I'm going to take your word for it.
Yeah, you know what?
You feel like
if you
we
say
might,
so.
Because it's already 7:30, we actually might want to get food on the way to the house.
Yeah.
So we're not there too late.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Dalinar basically does not do a great job in this conversation, but he's talking to a god for the first time, so I really do forgive him for that.
Yeah, he fumbles a bit, but it's to be expected, and even Dalinar is like, I'm not ready for this, you know?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Sherry's, I cannot eat Indian food.
Yeah.
But appreciate it.
Indian food is the death of Clarus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I basically can't have any kind of spice, including black pepper.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's great.
So, Odium is basically about to leave, and Dalinar is like, well,
you fucked up.
I'm not scared of you anymore, because I think I can fight you.
Yeah.
Look at you. You're beatable.
Just a dude. You're
and Odium's
just
like,
Saruman, Christopher Lee.
Visions. And he shows him all sorts of shit, like a giant flame and destruction and sex. There's a long period of Dalinar just watching every porn ever made. It's really erotic.
Yeah.
Dalinar comes so many times because he's like, so many safe hands. I saw so many left hands.
Jesus Christ.
So, okay, for Drahe and his husband, does the bottom have to cover his safe hand?
If they're like role playing, but that's like if you like women, because I think the thing about the safe hand is that they do their nails and stuff. Like Navani had like red nails or something for their wedding night, and so I think it's just like, like I don't know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Grace, thank you for that super chat. MLT, a mutton, lettuce, and tomato sandwich.
Where the mutton is nice and lean and the tomatoes ripe. Honestly, that sounds great, except for the tomato.
I hate tomato.
But I'll do a mutton sandwich. I like lamb. I'm a big lamb fan.
Yeah, honestly,
lamb burger with like a nice mint jelly. Ooh,
damn.
Fuck me up, daddy.
Yeah, no, we're not tomato people, but thank you for that super chat.
I like Blimbus's comment here. Man met God, and his conclusion was, "Yeah, I could punch that guy."
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Until God went like,
you know what,
actually though.
Hey, Odium.
Yeah.
I could beat you up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we both hate tomato tie. It's wild.
Yeah.
I like ketchup, but that's like the only form of... No, I like pizza sauce and...
You like tomato sauce, and I cannot.
You know what? I will once a year fuck with a tomato soup. Once a year.
Literally, tomato sauce makes me want to gag.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely, I look, and I know I'm in the minority. I know I'm a fucking weirdo, but like, I don't eat pizza with tomato sauce. I don't eat spaghetti and meatballs with like tomato sauce. Like, I literally can't. It makes me want to hurl.
Chris Hazelton, I do know The Princess Bride. I don't have it memorized. I've seen it. If MLT is a reference to The Princess Bride, it's just a reference I don't remember.
I haven't seen Princess Bride in literally like 15
It's been years for me.
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's a great movie. Like, I love the movie. I just don't have like every joke from it memorized.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so this vision quest ends, and Dalinar is like shaking on the ground because he's just expelled so much semen into his jeans.
He really needs some electrolytes.
Yeah. And so Odium gives him a drink.
Yeah.
And is like, all right, well, I'm gonna kill everyone you love, so goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lift comes out, and she's like, wow, that guy smelled not like a human.
Yeah, he kind of is creepy, and like you're also a little bit creepy, but he's like extra creepy.
Yeah. And
then she's like, if you have good food, we will come in and say hi and meet you.
How
like, all right.
disappointed is Lift going to be by Soulcast food?
Well, they're not going to give her Soulcast food.
They better not. She will destroy your urethra.
They're going to have Rock cook for her, obviously.
Ooh, God, when Lift and Rock meet, Lift and Lopin in a scene together might bring the entire series to a halt.
That's true. Yeah.
I, like, honestly, for his own sake, I hope Brandon Sanderson kept Lift and Lopin away from each other.
No, I really want, I want that meeting, please. Like, incredible.
Just incredible. And so that ends the vision, and thus our reading of the week.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. This was such a good section.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm having a great time. I really like Oathbringer.
Yeah.
It's by far my favorite of the 3 books so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. Moist Primnan, thank you so much for that super chat. What form of Stormlight
No,
would
what
you want?
from Stormlight would you want from today?
Pancakes.
Ooh, the 9 pancakes?
Yeah. Pancakes.
Ooh, I would love to try chowder. I like burritos, so I would try chowder.
Okay, that's fair. Get chicken for dinner.
Just
any kind of bird, honestly, will do.
Did the camera somehow like move? It feels like it did. We need to figure this out. It's bugging me.
Yeah, we just need the wallpaper on the other walls first.
Yeah, chowder probably.
Yeah, no, I would do the pancakes for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I want to try rock stew.
But it's different every time.
Yeah, but I just want to try rock stew.
That's fair. Any of them.
His stew is so good that it like healed their souls.
Yeah.
You know the book Chicken Soup for the
Teenage
Soul and all those books?
Yeah.
Rock's cooking is literally that.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah.
He does it right. Yeah.
Not that I would fit in with Bridge 4 because of like, my
Privilege.
trauma doesn't live up to their trauma, but
I don't know.
I
feel
would be
like
a light
Lopin's
eyes.
cousins aren't that traumatized.
Do you think that we would be allowed to get married in Roshar? Or in a Lethkar?
It depends if
Do
you're
you think
low
that
enough
you would be a high enough
and,
Dawn?
No.
No. You'd be low Dawn?
I have an OnlyFans.
That doesn't mean you'd be low Dawn, though.
I would be
Because it's
high
what you're
class.
born into. It's not your job.
Honestly, I don't know how the Dawn Non works.
Dawn
Like-
Non is an Indian restaurant
Straight
that I
bread,
love.
yeah.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't really know how that works. My mom was a librarian and my dad is an electrician, so I don't know where that puts me in terms of Dawn.
You're pretty low on the totem pole.
Yeah, I ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
So no, we never would have met.
That's so sad.
I know.
Our marriage is pretty solid.
Yeah, it's
Most
pretty
days.
good. You know what? We do okay.
We had a big fight this morning, you guys. It was rough.
Oh.
Yeah.
About what?
Clarice peed in the living room on the
What am
rug.
I, a dog?
I don't know.
The
I was trying.
fuck?
My first thought was Clarice threw a glass, it broke. But I was like, I don't want to imply violence.
Oh, that's fair.
And so I pulled back from that thought, and then
you went to
weird.
pee on the carpet.
I couldn't get out of the
No, that's fair.
It didn't work.
That's fair.
I just didn't want to make a
leash if
violence
you ask
joke, and
nicely.
then it's
yeah,
fell
I'll
apart.
be a horn eater princess. There we go. And I will steal your boots.
Ooh. Yeah, not a makabaki though, an unkalaki.
Yes, the other Aki.
I did go from violence to incontinence. Genghis
Sure.
Khan. I did. That's the book club for the week, y'all.
Thank you for the
a very weird late night book club.
Weird book club.
Honestly, it was fun.
I
felt
had
like
a blast.
we had a great energy.
Yeah.
We made very sexual jokes. This one will be demonetized
This
for
one will go
sure.
in the history books. If you
So
made
thanks
it,
for hitting the super chat goal so that this book club wasn't a complete waste of time.
We get to eat tonight, which is really nice. So
Yeah.
thank you so much to anyone who super chatted. And also, I just want to say thank you to anyone who normally is not able to make our book club timing and popped through today. I think it's, it's weird to have such a large shift with it.
Yeah.
But it seems like people, we had some new chatters in chat and some people who were still able to make it anyways. And so thank you so much for being here. Because shifting, having that big of a shift in schedule, I was like, I don't know if anyone's going to be able to make it, but we're going to do our best. And it was really lovely. Chris, thank you for that super chat. Panic. Yeah.
Say she peed on the carpet.
That's pretty much what happened.
We end our show with high-low. What we do is we talk about our highs and lows because when I was a child, my blended-ass family, I have 5 siblings, 2 full, 1 half, 2 step. We were brought together by 2 adults desperately trying to make us like each other. And so we would spend our nights at the dinner table commiserating over our lows and celebrating each other's highs. I brought that to the podcast because we needed segments, and it's the only segment. So Clarice is going to do her high. I'm going to do my low. She's going to do her low, and I'm going to do my high. What's the other one?
Smut Corner.
True. Clarus, what is your high for chapters 38 through 57 of this book? While you think about that, because Clarus never thinks about it in advance, next week we will be talking about interlude I-4 through...
No, not next week.
Sorry, on November 18th. Monday, November 18th.
Monday, November 18th, okay?
At 11 a.m. Eastern Time.
Yeah.
We will be talking about chapters interlude 4 through 76. So remember...
So many chapters, oh my god.
So remember that.
Oh my gosh. Morris Springman, thank you for that super chat. Hell yeah. As a European, I love this late night book club. Cracked open a couple of beers.
Ooh, I should have had a beer.
Cheers
that sounds nice.
to that.
But I have to drive.
True. If we do another late night book club because of whatever reasons, we'll have a little drinky.
Clarus and I are about to leave here, and we're going to go to the old house for the last time.
Yeah.
We're going to go clean, put some spackle on the walls.
Fill all the holes in the walls.
And yeah, it's the last time we're going to go over to the old house. Crazy.
Crazy. Yeah. Oh, we should also say we're taking a week off of the channel. There won't be videos.
Yeah, there's not going to be, the next 2 weeks, there won't be any Jujutsu Kaisen. We're going to start season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen on Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm away. We have not had time to film. There are too many other things going on. I'm so sorry. So the channel is actually going to be dark for a week, which is going to be weird. It's going to be crazy. Yeah, we're going to do...
So the next episode of Jujutsu Kaisen will be Wednesday, November 20th, which is the same day as Heroes Without Borders.
Yeah, it is what it is.
So maybe we move the day that Jujutsu goes up.
I mean, we could, but we could just put it up at 2, right? Because it's going to be hours earlier.
Yeah.
Blimbus, thank you for that super chat. Late book club will ruin me. Gotta catch train in 5 hours. Go to bed.
Go to bed, Blimbus.
Stop super chatting.
What's
and
your
go
high?
To bed.
Say your high so that they can go to bed.
Sorry. Okay. My high of this was Yasna making a Yo Mama joke. Like, genuinely, that just fucking tickled me.
It was good.
In all the ways. And, like, oh God, Amaram is actually the scummiest motherfucker. Because she's like, no, leave. Leave me alone. And he's like, no. And she's like, all right, fine, bitch. Fight me. I fucking dare you. Give me a reason to absolutely annihilate you.
Yeah.
He's such a piece of shit. And seeing Yasna fucking obliterate him and take him down, beautiful. Spectacular. Loved it.
Oh, Titanus brings up, we're going to return. The next reaction on the channel will probably be Arcane Season 2.
True.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that is 100% true.
Oh, and a new house tour is going up tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, and then the channel will go dark.
Yeah, so new house tour and then channel go dark. Can you hand me the keyboard?
Kind of.
So, yeah, and I'll probably be putting stuff up. It'll be the last video of Clarus and I. I might throw stuff on the channel. Because I'm going to be here to record.
I'm just going to be in Calgary.
Is there a movie that I should watch and do a reaction to?
Babe, you are literally so busy. Please do not give yourself more work. I'm actually begging you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
I will be watching a lot of One Piece.
Jesus Christ. What is your low?
My low for the section, the Shallan chapter as Vale, that just, I felt like it took me out of it a little bit.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I feel like my low is kind of more just that, like, Shallan is, like, unwell, and I don't know how she's gonna get help for that. Mm-hmm. And I'm genuinely very, very concerned about her. Genghis Khan, thank you for that super chat. TBH, I love these weekend late book clubs because I work 50, 60 hours a week most of the year, so I can't listen to it at the regular time. Well, thank you so much for being here. Look, book club will definitely go back to its regular schedule and everything, but this one-off was kind of nice. Like I said, we got new people who got to hang out live, and that's kind of special, you know?
Yeah. I love
that.
My high... Wait, what was your low?
Was just that, like, Shallan is not okay, and I don't know how she's going to get help for that.
My high was... it's so tough. I don't know. My high is the Moash stuff. I think it's really interesting. I think it's, like, really, really cool stuff. 100%. It's, like, emotionally devastating, but I think it's really cool writing, and it's going in the direction I want the book to go in. I don't want to, like, dictate the end of the book, but I do... I would feel uncomfortable with this book not spending time on the Parshendi perspective of this war because of the way Eshonai's interludes were handled in the previous book. I honestly, like, it would just be weird to me to drop that. And so the fact that we're not, and we're getting this perspective that's really deeply fascinating to me, is great. I think Moash it's so deeply fascinating.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask a quick favor of you all. I'm gonna post in the chat the Our Brilliant Ruin one shot is live over on the Roleplay Relay channel. If you could go give that a like on this channel, it would help us out a lot. Get some views on that.
Yeah.
We're really proud of it. It was our first ever commissioned one shot where a company paid us to play their game on video. It was a huge deal for us.
And it's honestly, it's pretty cool. Like, it's got horror vibes.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little moody.
It's got a great ending.
Halloween themed kind of like, if you click that link and you drop a like, it literally helps so much.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, hey, people are interested in this video to YouTube, and also like it looks good for the channel. Obviously, it was a commission thing.
Yeah.
And so if
we've
people,
been paid, so like we've already made our money on it. But...
Yeah, but if people like that and hype that up, then then we get more opportunities like that to be able to be paid to play games, and also pay the people who are on stream with us to play these games. And it was a really cool opportunity. So please consider clicking that link. It would mean a lot.
Thanks so much, y'all. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel. If you don't, hit the dislike button. Leave mean comments down below, because the algorithm god is hungry. We must feed her. This episode, that algorithm goddess is...
Lewelly. What's...
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
Lewish or something. Lewish?
Leshwi?
Leshwi, that's it.
There it is.
We always get there eventually.
Thank you.
If you want to follow us on the internet, you can. I'm at nerdynightly.
I'm at Claris Polaris.
Claris, how the fuck do we add smut to this book club?
We already done it.
It's been so horny.
Yeah, we already really did that. So
Do you think Ivory and Syl would be a good pair?
No, I think Ivory would be boring.
Yeah, but Syl's like that's a couple. That's a common couple though, right? The interesting girl and the level-headed boy.
The boring.
Because I think that Yasna and Kaladin could be a thing, and so I think that
Does that mean their Spren have to date as well?
Kind of.
Is that
like when they're horny together, you think those Spren are also going to be horny through the bond, and then they're just going to fuck each other.
Look, I could see Kaladin and Yasna kind of hate fucking one another. And then, Ivory and Syl, watching them to see how it's done and trying to figure it out.
That's
being
so funny.
okay, so I think you do
this. I think that here's the thing. You say hate fuck. They don't hate each other. They have tension. But they don't hate. There's no personal hatred between them. They have an ideological difference.
Sure, yeah.
But they are... I get the vibe that they respect each other greatly.
Yeah.
I do not get the vibe that they hate each other.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
A disrespect fuck, then. Versus Vermont, thank you for that.
And so we will end on this. Shirley Smut Corners, Kaladin and Yasna, and their
disrespect fuck. There you go.
Thank you to our mods. As always, do something internet, y'all.
Bye, guys.
See you on the 18th at 11 a.m.
Crazy.
Bye.